Hello.
Hello, hello to everybody out there.
What's
Hello.
happening?
What up?
We are Gangstagrass coming to hang out with you. Woo.
Gangstagrass.
Yeah. Coming to you live from our houses.
Full 90s rap video.
Welcome everybody to another
Gangstagrass.
Gangstagrass show. Coming to hang out with us because we're a bunch of silly folks and we don't have anywhere else to be.
Pretty much.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
know, I was like, what is that back there? Oh yeah, that was one of my backgrounds for those. My green screen is up.
Yeah, green screen.
Like, who the hell? Who's that weird head behind?
Have a
Oh,
giant.
I was actually trying to figure out how you were doing that.
You got the ore,
the what?
the ore,
The ore?
the rowing ore.
Oh, it's buried behind some stuff now.
Okay.
Goes moving stuff around. It's over there. Wait,
Mhm.
hold on.
Show us a figure. Show us a figurine.
Oh Lord Jesus. Hold
Uh,
on. Shoot, I got
Yeah,
some
you got
good
a lot
ones.
going on.
Yeah.
I actually did just get a new one.
Grab one and tell us about it.
Thor figure. When I was down in the last time I was down in North Carolina, this great store called Ultimate Comics. They have a toy store in the background, and I've been looking for this Thor figure for years. It's just this ridiculously huge King Thor action figure, and he's got an axe and he's got his hammer. And I'm a 10-year-old, but honestly, they're all right. So for those of you that have seen was that Avengers Infinity War and Endgame and know what Stormbreaker is, Thor's axe for his hammer axe from that movie. This is the original Stormbreaker. Okay? The original Stormbreaker was made for a character named Beta Ray Bill.
Sounds like a beta.
That is Beta Ray Bill. Hold on, let's see if I can get the light off of him so you can see. And he looks kind of like a horse. But Beta Ray Bill is amazing. It was a character from one of the first two books that got me collecting comics. And so I'm actually getting this Stormbreaker tattooed on my forearm. Yeah, that's one of my two new tattoos. So when we head back down to Winchester and catch up with Kirk, he's gonna do. I got him lined up to do two for me, and this is gonna be the first one. And the second one is a Golden Age Superman symbol, which is different than the one that I have. So they're both going on my inner forearms. So.
And you guys did hear that right. Captain Kirk did retire from the Voyager to do tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk was never on Voyager. Are you high?
My bad.
Nerd card revoked.
Yeah, right. No.
Randy, have you gotten all of your tattoos through Gangstagrass Connection so far?
Yes, I have.
All
Yes,
right.
I have, and I'm getting all of them through Gangstagrass Connections. I figure. Well, I'm considering one other one, and I may have my good friend Stampy do it. She is an artist at the store next to Amalgam. She actually just switched stores, but she's got this idea that she wants to try. And I'm considering letting her try it on me. It's something small, but it's a way to get color to show up on dark skin.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to test it, and I'm like, I have a small enough idea that I could have you do and test it. If she hasn't already, this was a few months ago, about a year ago. She was talking about, and if I can get her to do, if I can get it. If I can get in there to do it, I'll have her do that for me because I really want to get a new tattoo. I want multiple tattoos. So, dude, I want a tattoo so bad. I'm going nuts. It's one of those things where I'm like, all right, I need a new tattoo, and I keep
Yeah, I think
buying
my
stuff.
next one will be with fluorescent ink.
Ooh, fluorescent ink.
Yeah, Texas ink that only shows up under blacklight.
Interesting.
Is that sounds like the kind of thing that you wouldn't want to inject into your skin? Have we checked on the safety and healthfulness of that? Just curious.
Who needs that? No, we don't need to check on that.
Yeah, I think it's just uranium or something.
Well, this falls into the there's one way to find out category.
Yeah. Maybe some bioluminescent plant oil or something.
Or alien blood, which is probably good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow a few extra limbs.
Extra
Maybe get some superpowers.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, if we doing that, I am
Yeah.
about it.
So are we all recovering from a holiday weekend? Giving of thanks, eating of food, gratitude all around. Anybody got any stories from this year? Or everybody was trying to figure out how to do like Zoom Thanksgiving, right?
My mom did beat me in a game of Words with Friends using the word banjos.
For 87 points, no less. That was
Right.
very
Killed that.
impressive.
Can you put that up on the screen?
Yeah,
So was
She
that.
told that. I saw that. She was like, "Get some of this, young boy." What you know?
The
about
screenshot's so
that?
great,
Nothing
too, because
about
she's
that.
just like,
yeah. No. That was we played a couple of rounds that night. I talked to family. Let my nieces figured out the favorite things that my nieces learned this year. Those things were music notes from Jordy and Lauren. What was Lauren's? How to spell her last name.
How old is this person?
She's 5.
Okay, all right. Okay.
There you go. That's me looking.
Got you, man. Got you with the banjos.
Banjo's up on. He was like, "Nah, cuz."
Hit him with the
Don't want none of
banjo.
this. She was like,
You're-
"You don't want none of this."
Oh, swords? That's not peaceful. Banjos. Blah. That's the future.
Banjos will take you out as good as a sword, man. You ever seen anybody get hit with a banjo? They go down.
go down.
Go down.
I've taken Danjo by the feet before and swung him at somebody. It was good. It works. I wish Danjo was a Scrabble word, by the way.
I've tried it a couple times. It does not work.
Oh, man.
You know what it is interesting though? Like the different games will use different words. Like I don't think Words with Friends will allow you to use profanity. But what's this other one that I'm playing? There's another game that I play. Word Feud. Word Feud will let you cuss. Anyway, Word Feud don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, word? What? What, Waffle? Yeah, 517 points.
So I found a spot for looking up who the original inhabitants of the land that you were on were.
I saw that.
Yeah, I looked
I'm
up
posting-
mine. I'm on the Anacostan land, which makes sense as the Anacostia River is right over there.
Nice. Yeah, it's ties you into some history as well. I'm putting this link into the chat rooms for anybody who wants to plug that in and find out. And I figure it'll be land acknowledgement would be a good thing to include in this holiday going forward. So native-land.ca, and you can find out whose land you're on.
I learned mine in like 3rd grade, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. There was the Delaware Indians, as they called them at the time. There was a name with the Lenape.
Yeah, we're on the Lenape land.
Yeah,
Us
and
too.
yeah, for whatever reason, they were really serious about that. In my elementary school, they were like, "No, you're gonna learn this.
Hmm.
You're gonna learn today." God bless Jenks.
In my elementary school or middle school when I moved here, they were much more about teaching the colonial history of Maryland than the native
What history of America?
colonial. So we learned about Lord Baltimore.
Oh yeah, obviously.
The Calverts.
Yeah, I learned more about Charlie Baltimore.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Also from Philly.
It's all about old rap references.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that also from Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yes. Yeah.
We're just gonna keep bringing it back to that.
Yeah, it all comes back to
Find a long kiss
eventually.
goodnight tie-in in each episode.
So it's gonna go right there. That's how it's gonna look.
Yep. Also coming back this episode is what are now referred to as the Ashley glasses. They were missing from my last stream because my 6-year-old Isaac had decided they should be in his room for a while. He looks good in them.
I would imagine. It's very, very Scott Summers look.
Yeah.
I dig it. Has anybody seen? Yo, all right. So, the commercial showing up again. My homie told me it was on TNT last night. During their showing of Aquaman, no less. So that makes me happy. So if you guys have not seen the commercial for Farm Burning, there's actually. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Oh.
There is a single version of that coming out next week. Is that next week? That's the 4th, right?
Yes. Yes. The new version of Barn Burning is coming out again.
Yep.
Featuring Sarah Larson singing and playing fiddle. And this is the version that we have going out in the Sagamore Spirit Rye Whiskey commercials.
Yeah, it actually goes very well with the rye whiskey. It pairs nicely.
It does. We're gonna do some book talking tonight. We decided.
Yeah.
Because we are very highbrow intelligentsia people of much learnitude who use big words like macadocious.
And macadociousness is tightly coupled with pimposity.
Whoa, Martha said that her son saw the ad on Comedy Central.
Word.
Sweet.
Dang.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like all of those things. I like all of that. It's a weird thing. It's the idea that there are random people all over the world. And I say all over the world. I mean, world, East Coast, whatever. I'm having a good time with it. It's making me very happy.
Yeah.
Very, very happy.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
stole sleeves? Somebody stole sleeves. Somebody stole sleeves and dear God.
I was like, she's holding that pose for a long time.
Yeah.
Just listening intently to this inanity that's coming out of my mouth. Like, what?
She's like, tell me more.
Yep. We got Betty Lynn in the YouTube comments, and also Randy Reese, who's done some of our amazing artwork.
Hey, what's up, man?
And, a bunch of our T-shirts, like the Gangstagrass that's in the shape of America. And we'll play this at some point because he's been to Japan a bunch and does some cultural stuff. And he says he actually found Gangstagrass's music when he was in Japan. So he's got some YouTube videos up, and one is him explaining Black Lives Matter in Japanese, and he's wearing a Gangstagrass shirt, and I really want to do something with that just to confuse people.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It would have been cool if he was able to hook up with Adrio when he was out there.
Oh, that would have
Adrio's
been great.
still out there.
Yeah, he's holding it down, bro.
Yeah, that's
He is
where
holding
Adrio
it down.
is.
He's like, the swankiest, like, ambiguously brown guy model dude out there.
Yeah, he's like
His fro's all
spoke
beautiful
model,
and saucy.
fiddler.
I've got two friends now that are models in Eastern Asian countries. My friend in Seoul, Brandon Jones, who's out there in Adriel in Japan now. They're doing it.
Yeah, man.
Holding it down for the Molasses
Get your
Brothers
job,
Far
girl.
East.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We've got a book recommendation coming in from Martha for a book called where'd it go?
They're doing it.
Book of the Little Axe by Lauren Francis
Holding it
Sharma.
down for the okay. Molasses Brothers Far East.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We've got a book recommendation coming in from Martha for
What is that?
a book called where'd it go? No, that was me.
Okay, I was wondering.
Where did that come from?
Did we go back in time?
Yeah,
I'm okay with that, bro.
miss you too, Ash.
Yeah. So I think
Sorry. Every now and then software crashes. It crashed.
We're back.
We're back.
Joined with my sidekick here. Bananas in pajamas.
there you go.
Oh, this book looks interesting.
Which
In
book is this?
1796, this is the Book of the Little Axe. 1796, Trinidad, young Rosa Rondon quietly but purposefully rebels against the life others expect her to lead. Bright, competitive, and opinionated, Rosa sees no reason she should learn to cook and keep house, for it is obvious her talents lie in running the farm she alone views as her birthright. But when her homeland changes from Spanish to British rule, it becomes increasingly unclear whether its free black property owners, Rosa's family among them, will be allowed to keep their assets, their land, and ultimately their freedom. By 1830, Rosa is living among the Crow Nation in Bighorn, Montana, with her children and her husband, Edward Rose, a Crow chief. Her son, Victor, is of age where he must seek his vision and become a man. But his path forward is blocked by secrets Rosa has kept from him. So Rosa must take him to where his story began, and in turn, retrace her own roots, acknowledging along the way the painful events that forced her from the middle of an ocean to the rugged terrain of a faraway land.
Well, that doesn't sound very funny.
No. Not at all.
No, sounds good though. Sounds like
Yeah.
a really interesting read.
I read a book earlier this year. You know what, Dolio, you bring in the book subject, and I'll remember what this book was called because it was a good one.
All right, yeah. So I guess since today is 11/27, which is my grandmother's birthday, my grandmother was a librarian for 47 years. So she was always heavy influencing us to read, and it was heavily influential in getting a lot of other people to read. Obviously, being a librarian in my hometown. So as a lot of you know, she passed away a couple weeks ago. Today would have been her birthday. So I figured a good way to honor her was to spread literacy around. Make some book suggestions. The book, I guess I could suggest that one of the pretty good read that I read not too long ago is this book called "What This Cruel War Was Over" by Chandra Manning. It is a collection of letters from Civil War soldiers and memoirs, both in the North and the South. And it's a pretty apt analysis as to, I guess, the meanings behind the conflagration, as it was. in a way that you don't necessarily see a lot in schools or any most depictions, because it's coming from people fighting the war in their own words. But yeah, I'd suggest checking it out. Soldier, what this cruel war was over. All right. Chandra Manning. Soldiers, slaves, and the Civil War.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, depressing.
Along both of the book suggestions that have come through so far. I read a book earlier by I think it's Lala Lalame. She's a Moorish writer, not Moorish, Moroccan writer, and the book is called A Moor's Account, and it follows a Moor that's enslaved to a Spaniard as they conquest through Florida up into America. It's a very interesting story that she's outlined, and it's based around an actual figure in history. But there's when you find these slaves throughout history, there's not a lot of story around them except a couple of locations that they probably were. So she weaves a pretty cool story around his life and what happens in America. It's a really cool one if you guys are into historic histories or historic fiction.
Yeah.
Everybody else, come on, roll the
Hold
books
on.
out. Okay, let's see what Randy's got. What you got, our son?
He went to go dig through his archival warehouse to find the rare book that he's looking for. It's like the end of Indiana Jones, where you're just like scrolling through the shelves and shelves of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. He found it. He's
Don't
back.
know, just off camera
Back.
is a giant warehouse full of comic books and Indiana Jones gear.
I like picture books, as we all know, and are several that I'm a big fan of. One of which is a book called Anatomy of a Metahuman.
What? That's cool.
It's actually an art book breakdown of Batman's files on how he thinks metahumans' bodies work. A lot of this he's uncertain of, but he's done a lot of research and got lots of sketches of how he thinks all of these things work, just from his research and what he's seen and what he's done, and his idea of why he thinks Superman could fly, and why Martian Manhunter has telepathic abilities and all sorts of crazy stuff like that.
So this is Batman's Bruce Wayne's. I'm sorry. Disregard what I just said, but Batman's.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right.
Batman's
on lots of different theoretic how he thinks their stuff works, and
That's cool.
the really cool part about this book is the artist Ming Doyle had to really come up with all of these ideas, and like, all right, so what would Cyborg look like inside, right? So I don't know if you guys can see that. Like, that's a theoretical breakdown of Cyborg's insides.
Cyborg seems like he'd probably just share all that stuff with him.
Well, I mean, it's at some point it exists somewhere on the web, and Batman was like, I'm just gonna take this. But like, there's a Swamp Thing one. I saw this book and was like, well, all right, I'm gonna have to buy this. And one of these days, I'm going to get through the whole thing. I've read through a good portion of it, and the fact that somebody had to come up with all of this stuff as an idea, so it made even a modicum of sense while you're reading it. This made me very happy. I'm a big fan of this book. I love this book. And yeah, they were like, well, what would it look like if you cut off so and so's arm? How would it look on the inside? And like that's Killer Croc's tendon.
Ooh, wow.
You know what I mean? It's absurd, but it's really really dope. I'm a big fan of this book. It's a great coffee table book. If you have any sort of nerd in you, it's a good time. So I would start with that. It's awesome. And then I'm totally switching gears. The God MC. Yo, when this thing dropped, I was like, yeah, ordering it. And it was like, if you got it in time, I think where is it? If you got it in time, you got it signed by Rakim.
Yeah, I picked it up. I just haven't had the time to crack the cover of it. I don't know. I did go through a few like memoirs. Well, actually, earlier in the spring, actually before the summer. This was like pre-lockdown, pre-COVID. It was I did read Hurricanes, which was Rick Ross's memoir, which is actually quite good. Post-COVID, I read which is Timbaland's memoir.
Ooh,
Which was more riveting. It was like, it's crazy. You gotta read that.
I'd give that. I definitely check that out. The next thing I want to get my hands, I want to get Barack's John. I definitely want to read Barack's memoir, dude. I was hoping. There was a big part of me that when Barack put out his memoir, I was hoping he was going to call it These Motherfuckers, but he didn't. He went. As usual, Barack took the high road and didn't put out the book that I wanted him to put out. I'm hoping the sequel they'll at least maybe just like N-word, please, something. Give me something. But I don't think he's going to. God bless Barack. He's a little bit too classy for all that shit.
You should do one called Really? Really?
Yeah, I'd read that.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be called Y'all Motherfuckers, but come on, man. But I do want to check it out. There was that one I posted the one quote where he was talking about how like the very idea of a black man in the White House for a lot of folks was so radical that's what gave birth to Trumpism. You know what I mean? And
it would be, people just were that upset about the White House kitchen finally using seasoning.
And I hope that I really hope he goes real deep into that because I've really wondered. I wish there's an episode of LeBron James show, Barbershop, that he's on, and I wish he had a chance to go into that and really just sort of like go off. I would love to, find a way to get with Barack with a cigar and a bottle of Sagamore and just sit with that boy and be like, all right, tell me. Like just between me and you, like what was the really real? And him be like look, these motherfuckers, man. Like I would that so bad. That would be the greatest thing in life.
Yeah, that's like one of those things right up next to like wanting to hear Michael Jackson's real voice.
Yeah, boy. Bruh. Oh man.
Yeah, because
that would have been
from like hearing people from talking with people who've heard him speak for real. They were like, "Nah, he did not talk like that." He definitely had a baritone.
That would have been so good. Yeah, yep. He would. Oh God.
Yeah, because he actually sung the baritone parts on his songs. When you heard the low voices in the background, that was him.
Would have
Wow.
been so magnificent.
Just be like, "Hello, it's me." Oh, what's up, man? You know, be like,
Oh my
Oh, I can
God.
really talk. You know, I'm
it's
just
me,
running
Mike.
game
What's
out
going
in the
on,
street.
dog? You know,
Mike be like, "Hey, what's up, man? What? What?"
you know, your homeboy from Indiana. You know me.
That would have made life.
Curl. Rocking the
Would have made the. Oh God. You would not be able to tell me nothing after that. Not a damn thing about nothing. Like, bro, I heard Michael's real voice in real life. You can't tell me nothing. Nothing.
Yo, Rich,
You know you gotta go back to school. No, I don't. I heard Michael's real voice. God damn it. You ain't gotta tell me nothing.
It's like
Yo.
finding out that Kermit the Frog was a real frog.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, did anybody see the little like 20-minute joint that Chappelle did where he's talking about the show and how Netflix was streaming it for like 10 minutes and they called him and was like, "Hey, could y'all not do that?" And they were like, "Sure."
Yeah, I
Like-
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But I've been meaning to check it out. I know it was on Instagram.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was fantastic, dude. Dave was no joke. Dave was no joke. He just
Yeah.
Did you see it the Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Man, he killed
Who
it on
didn't?
there too.
God.
His
I want
body.
to see. I want to see what books Wrench and Sleeves have.
Give me books. More books.
I saw Chappelle on Saturday Night Live, and I thought his monologue was cool. It was kind of up and down, but I really appreciated his point that I think he kind of like brought it around to at the end about appreciating how people are going through, this pain all over the country that comes in different forms. That you might feel, stressed out or feel a lot of pressure or feel attacked for a lot of different reasons, and that for some people that's the basis of starting to get angry at other people for that, or to decide some other people are your enemy, and that he tries to see it as like that feeling and that pain and that stress, that's what he's against, and not having it turn him to where he's looking at somebody else, which resonated for me a lot in terms of the Gangstagrass message of being able to say, all right, you rural poor folks are dealing with these issues, urban folks are dealing with this issue. We've got racism, we've got poverty, we've got sexism, we've got a lot of different stuff going on, and we can listen to each other. And just because you are dealing with a certain weight does not mean that you can't appreciate that other people are dealing with weights and see it as something that you can have each other's backs for and work towards together to everybody try to make things better all around. So that was a really cool moment in the monologue. I do got some books though, and speaking of poverty, one book that I picked out, I actually have a stack over here because I couldn't help myself. But
Me
one
too.
book I picked out is called "The Worst Hard Time," and it is an awesome history of the Dust Bowl, which I read because that's where my dad's family is from and what they went through. And my grandpa in Oklahoma really was not much of a talker, and when he did talk, it wasn't necessarily reliable. A lot of things that he would tell us about growing up as a kid, and we'd be like, wait a minute, that doesn't add up. So I read some actual history about the Dust Bowl. Although, one thing I can tell you of talking to my grandpa about the Dust Bowl and saying, like, you stayed here in Beaver, Oklahoma, in the Panhandle, when all this stuff was going down and everything was getting buried in sand, you couldn't grow anything, and there was no economy. Like, what kept you here instead of like taking off and heading for California or something? And he was like, well, in order to leave, you had to have a vehicle, or, something to get you somewhere else. And, I was a young kid. I had me, so I just had to hunker down. So that was, that was a perspective from the people who stayed. One of his claims that we're not sure about is that his mother died of dust pneumonia. We have not confirmed that, but anybody that wants your Dust Bowl history, this book is really incredible, eye-opening about the total insanity that happened in the middle of this country in the 30s, when the whole area of the plains out around Oklahoma and Kansas and Texas was overfarmed and turned into a bunch of sand blowing around, and that whole section of the country just became a dust storm that was burying houses, and the insane stories coming out of that. Really well researched, really good storytelling from the research that really illustrated what was going on there, so I could get a little better sense of that. So shout outs to all the Dust Bowl people out there. I also wanted to show off this copy of Hip Hop Family Tree. I got this because, let's see, is this our, maybe this is not our sign. Actually, I bought this, and then Boing Boing had a contest to tweet at them or something and get a signed copy, but this is not a signed copy. So I got a second one that was signed to Gangstagrass from Ed Piscord,
Sweet.
that we have a picture with. But highly recommend this if you would like to read about early origins of hip hop in comic book form. Very fun.
A lot of fun.
If you want to read in like book form, an even more in-depth history of the start of hip hop, I highly recommend Can't Stop, Won't Stop, which was another amazing book to read about all of that. And then a couple books that I wanted to point out in a section we'll call Gangstagrass in Literature. A couple that I happen to have on hand. First one is If I Should Die. Let's get the title in there. If I Should Die by Allison Brennan. Came out a while back. And the inscription to kick off the book is lyrics from Big Branch, which was part of the inspiration for this mystery novel around Kentucky mining towns. Gangstagrass in literature. Next up is a book called Dearly Departed. Dearly Departed.
Why are they all about death?
Leah Habel. And this book also has a little cameo, a scene in this book where folks are, there's a scene where somebody goes and there's like this party going on, and it describes in the future how Gangstagrass is a popular genre that everybody's listening to.
Heck yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And a third one, which is actually one I really want to big up, and I don't have a copy next to me because it's not stored away down here. I've had it out reading it. Is called Wake of Vultures by Lila Bowen, which is actually a pen name, alternate pen name for Delilah Dawson, who now is an official author of a bunch of official Star Wars books.
Yup.
Pretty sweet. But back in the day, she started this series with a book called Wake of Vultures, which is a very cool book and does feature a character named Wrench, and does have an inscription, dedication to Gangstagrass for being the music in the background while she was writing the book for inspiration.
That's really cool. Wait, what's that one called again?
That's called Wake of Vultures.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Like that.
We in here in these books, y'all.
Mhm.
Yo, I guess while we were also talking about hip hop and literature, this one is quite.
Yeah,
Right.
yo, that book is fantastic,
is,
dude.
Going off the story of the Juice Crew and Cold Chillin' Records.
That book is so much
That is
fun.
good.
It's bonkers.
We went to a book release event for that and got to hear some firsthand stories.
From Craig G and Master Ace.
Gee, that's right. And Master Ace and
Yo.
they gave some inside scoops.
Oh man, Craig G is like the best storyteller, man. He was so good. That was a good night, man. That was a really, really good night.
And there were so many people there in an enclosed space. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah,
Remember those
man.
days? Good
Oh
time.
man, I miss those days.
Oh,
Right?
Enclosed spaces.
right. Enclosed
breathing
spaces
on you.
that aren't our own homes.
I miss people.
I miss breathing on people.
Yeah, right? I'm not even gonna lie. I missed that. Like, just you
Yeah.
get up in the joint, like, yo, I'm up in your face, rapping at you. Catch this air. It's all coming out my face. Breathe, get breathed on.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys who love jumping off the stage into a crowd of people. It's definitely
Hold on, everybody. Let's a moment of silence so we can help everybody reminisce.
Oh, God. Why is Pharaoh so creepy tonight?
Oh, no. I'm not sure, but he's nailed it. He's mastered the art.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have creepy Pharaoh tonight.
I think this is why they wouldn't deliver your green screen to you, Pharaoh.
I'm just trying to help everybody reminisce. They actually did call to confirm the delivery, but you were just breathing real hard on the phone. They were like, "Hello, I have a delivery for you. Have a delivery for me? Sorry, wrong number."
This is definitely what happened.
Showed up to knock on the door and the window was just all fogged up. Like, what's going on in there? Just a guy sitting there breathing. I'm not going. Nah, this is going back to fulfillment. See ya. This is going right back to fulfillment.
This might end with lotion in a basket. I don't know.
Oh God.
I use oils, y'all. I don't use lotion.
Yeah.
Also, we the closest we got to fixing that problem, by the way, Pharaoh, is that on Monday after sound check, you're gonna need to somehow figure out a way to get to my mom's house. So that's the best we were able to do there. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But more power to the Amazon workers who are trying to get their rights respected. So.
Right. Stand up.
Yeah.
I got a book here that I've only ever seen in audio format, but I think it's we should share it again. I showed it off very, very early on when we first started having Twitch streams, but I want to bring it back here for a discussion of books because it is one of the greats. And it's a book that we found while we were on the road, and we went into a truck stop, and they had a great selection of audio books. So this one is called Spell Singer.
Yes.
Son of
Son
Spell
of Spell
Singer.
Singer.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and let me read you on the back
Wait,
the
and it's
description.
graphic
Is that
audio.
Alan Dean? I did not even realize that was Alan Dean Foster. Holy shitballs. So this is the guy that he wrote a bunch of stuff like early. Is that the same guy? I think it's him. He wrote a Star Wars book called Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and he wrote some of the adaptations of the original Star Wars movies into the novels. And Disney now doesn't want to pay him, even though they're putting his stuff back out. I didn't realize that he wrote Spell Singer. Holy shit! Maybe that's why they're not paying him.
All right, well, take a listen to what you can hear about in Spell Singer. Much to Cloth-a-Hump the Wizard's distress, ex-hippie John Tom and Talea's son Bunkin wants to be a questing hero, but not a spell singer. Instead, he forms a band with Mudge's kids, Otters, Noctur, and Squill, one that creates a wild, unpredictable magic based on rap. Then an anteater arrives with rumors about a dangerous legend, and soon the young rappers, aided by a drunk rhino, are off on an odyssey to a fortress where evil sorcerers threaten the world, and where only the unknown power of Bunkin's beat can stop the hordes of hideous hybrids. I am not kidding, that's actually what it says on the back.
Hashtag no books. No
Did
books.
not make up the anteater thing at all.
I think the term that came to mind was word salad.
Yeah, it just sort of keeps throwing stuff at you.
Oh, just the names on that, man. John Tom. Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Emily, do you have any? I'm guessing you're sharing all Spellsinger books now.
I have as you guys know, I have like 1,500 books in my house. So I have a lot of potential favorites. And actually my very favorite book, for some reason I can't find a copy of, because I guess maybe I've given them all away, which is the thing I do. But that's Alan Watts' The Wisdom of Insecurity. And that's just like, that's a book that if you're feeling sad and depressed and like you can't control anything, that will explain to you why of course you can't control anything, and you wouldn't actually want to control anything, and if you did control things you would be even less happy. So don't worry about it, it's all good. It's a little more, in depth than that, but it's a wonderful book. And Alan Watts just in general is great. Wrench and I have hung out listening to some Alan Watts now and then. It's very, he's got a great voice. So if you find an Alan Watts audiobook, the one thing I would say is make sure it's Alan Watts who's reading it. And otherwise just,
I second that.
read anything by Alan Watts. He's so awesome. Let's see. As far as things that are not quite books, I will get back to books in a second, but I did, for some reason, so I was going on to I have like a sort of religion and spirituality shelf with, books of guidance, and, that's where I have, the everything from like the Bhagavad Gita to, works from the Buddhism in which I grew up. The Quran is up there. Of course, you got to have the Gideon Bible. And on that shelf, I kid you not, was the 10 Pimp Commandments, a Pimpumentary.
That was from
We picked that up at Selecto.
That's what I
Selecto.
thought. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So I haven't actually watched it yet, though. But I did just get a new. What's that?
Yeah,
Delia?
we did pick that up.
We
We
did.
never got around to watching it.
Yeah. So actually, let's we can do a showing of that. We can all watch it together on Zoom, because I just got a new DVD super drive for my Mac, and I've been watching Max Headroom too, which has been quite interesting.
That sounds like a good time.
But also on the spirituality shelf was this book, 137, and these guys know that is my favorite number. And has been my favorite number since I was a little kid. And one day I was walking through Powell's Books in Portland, and in the like sort of science and math and random other stuff section, in the wing I should say, because it's Powell's and it's city blocks worth of books, and I saw a book with 137 on the spine, and I was like, what? And it turns out that Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, and Wolfgang Pauli, the famous physicist, got together to figure out why the number 137 was so special. So that's pretty cool. Like every book, I have gotten about 2/3 of the way through it. So all of these books I have gotten 2/3 of the way through. So that one's awesome. I definitely recommend 137, which is by Arthur I. Miller. And Washington by Meg Greenfield. If anybody's interested in the inner workings of politics. Meg Greenfield was my hero as a kid because she was the editorial page editor of the Washington Post. And it wasn't until I actually worked at the Washington Post that I realized that that's actually kind of a sucky job. Like, it's way less writing and way more like meeting with diplomats and sitting at large tables and having lunches, going to embassy parties and stuff.
Sitting with diplomats.
It's embassy parties are the worst.
See, I don't
Been to
think
an embassy party.
I don't think you went to an embassy party with the right idea.
That
I
may
think-
be the case.
I think Gangstagrass showing up at an embassy party would be the greatest thing ever. Because I'd probably get tossed in the first 10 minutes. So that's the first thing. But
I've been to a couple already.
I think if you have the right bunch of people with you at said embassy party, and you at least one of them is willing to just sort of storm the DJ booth, then it's an embassy party.
Right. So first of all, you're assuming that there's a DJ booth at the embassy parties. So some embassies, perhaps, many embassies, not so much. But it's absolutely the case that everything is more fun with Gangstagrass. That is for sure true. Every party is more fun with Gangstagrass. Every show is more fun with Gangstagrass. Every quarantine is more fun with Gangstagrass.
I personally,
For sure.
would love to hit a North Korean embassy party.
There is not such a thing.
Not that there is one, but I would love to go to one anyway.
Maybe we're just going to have to start one.
And right, let's turn it up. They'd be like, "Wait, what's happening here, sir? You're not allowed to do any of that stuff."
We're having North Korea
what?
embassy parties. North Korea.
North Korean embassy parties, baby. Yeah.
At the North Korean embassy,
Really
courtesy of Gangstagrass, we've created the North Korean embassy.
It's not for the government. It's for anybody that lives in North Korea. If they can get out, but they still need to feel like a little bit at home, y'all can come hang out at the embassy. And,
Dennis Rodman will be there.
word. That's a party in and of itself. Just, as long as Dennis Rodman is there, it's a party.
And we'll all get Kim Jong-un haircuts.
Oh, yeah. Kid and Play will be there.
No. I don't want any parts of his barber.
Right? Yo. Is he still dying? I thought I read earlier this year he was dying.
It's all very tough to tell.
Yeah, what
Kim
do we
Jong-un.
know?
Yeah, I mean, we're all
Jong-un.
fairly certain that his sister is running the place, but nobody really knows anything for sure. So,
You know what? I got some segue books on that. I got some segue books.
Let's see them.
The first one is something that I gift to my little cousin who's learning Chinese right now. Anu, you out there? Foundations of Chinese Civilization. It's a history.
ooh, that's
comic book
nice.
Cool.
And this one is the earlier one.
Yeah, subscriber.
That was Tanya just gave a subscription to someone,
Thank you.
and there's a whole story behind it, which has to do. Let's see, where is it? Carol, whose husband died, but who was a big Gangstagrass fan, and they're playing some Gangstagrass songs at the funeral.
Aww.
He always let me know.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
And Gesundheit.
Yeah.
It's probably because Tania was talking about you.
Yeah. So that's pretty moving. I mean, we got some feelings about that, and mostly we're just honored and humbled for that kind of stuff to go on.
Yes. Funerals are also better with Gangstagrass. Everything is better with Gangstagrass. Even ice cream. And ice cream's pretty
I
great to
wanna
start
be at
with.
a funeral with Gangstagrass.
I mean, no need to hurry anything along,
Right.
really.
Wait.
I think I'm
Wait
kind
for
of
that
done with
party.
funerals for this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
absolutely.
God bless you, bro.
I had a segue from that other book. I didn't necessarily have a segue from that, but
All right, next book.
the other one is this one on Sawa, Japan. This is a pretty interesting book because not many people like really acknowledge the fact that Japan had a pretty extensive empire after the Edo period, after a lot of Western influence got in there. I think we here on the West downplay how much they took over. I mean, they took over Korea and China and a lot of the Southern Isles there, Thailand, Laos, northern, all of Cambodia, northern Malaysia. They had a pretty extensive empire over there, and this book is all about them coming up into that. And this is after, they suffered a major earthquake, they suffered a lot of natural disasters. Interesting book. And then on just one more plug on House of Earth, because we were talking about the Dust Bowl.
Nice.
It really is mainly from the perspective of this young married couple making do in the Dust Bowl, and their really unique language together and their hopes and dreams. It's really, really interesting. It's heartfelt.
That's really cool. I like the heartfelt stuff. That's one of the things I really like about Washington. It was published posthumously, actually, and it was Meg Greenfield's sort of observations about Washington, and one of them, which I found to be like a key observation in the book, which I found to be just super spot on, is that Washington is a lot like high school, and you can kind of break it down into the cliques, and it's all about sort of popularity and maybe not so much about substance. Yeah, so that's a great one. And you guys like Richard Feynman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everything by every Richard Feynman book is worth reading.
Let's pretend that all of us don't know who Richard Feynman is.
That's good. Give him an intro.
So he was a physicist. He worked on the Manhattan Project, but he was
okay.
He was
All right,
also
I do know.
super cool. Like whatever you think of the Manhattan Project, and fair enough for having opinions on that. But he was hilarious. Like when he first went to Oak Ridge, he started just cracking the filing cabinet combination locks. And he would just like open the filing cabinet. He kept getting kicked out of Oak Ridge because he
like
kept
national
cracking
security
their...
secrets.
Yeah.
And he would break into the filing cabinets to be like, look how insecure this is.
Yeah.
I've got papers right here.
And he would, when he was working at Los Alamos, there was like, I don't know, there was like a hole in the fence somewhere. And he would just like, I can't remember which way he did it, but he would like go out and then come back in. And then he would just like keep coming back in past the guards. And they were like, wait a minute. He's just hilarious.
Mm-hmm. He was one of the great science communicators of the 20th century. So like before Neil deGrasse Tyson, in terms of people that could speak to the public and break down like the new frontiers in science that are being discovered, Feynman was the guy that was like, speak to you in plain English. He was from New York, thick New York accent.
Very thick.
And he would give lectures that people would like crowd in to attend, where he would break down what's going on in physics for everybody that just like wanted to know without trying to become physicists.
Yes. Yeah, Feynman's great. There's a lot of great audio you can get from Feynman too. A lot of his lectures are available as audio. So yeah, Feynman is fantastic. And then, quick plug for Jim Mattis's book, Call Sign Chaos. And, Mattis is one of my favorite colleagues, and also just a really thoughtful person, a general who understands the value of lives and, stands up to people who are misusing our democracy. I'm not going to name any names, but and that's his memoir. He doesn't talk anything about this current administration. I'm hoping one day he will do some writing about that, but but it's really good. There's a lot of great leadership lessons and communication lessons in that book. And then for those who care about the environment, so I've been taking a bunch of classes on sustainable energy, and one of the things I found out, much to my great delight, is that we could absolutely and fairly easily power the entire world many times over with renewable energy like solar and wind and wave and hydro. And in doing that, we also save a lot of energy. Our energy demands themselves would go down because so much energy is lost in combustion and in mining and in the transportation of the stuff that gets mined to the processing. So there's all this loss in using fossil fuels that doesn't happen when you convert over to renewables, which we totally can do. But before that, well before that, when was this book written? This was, let's see, looks like 1993. With a new edition in 2010. So this is Paul Hawken, The Ecology of Commerce. And this is spectacular. This is one of those books where it will just basically show you how businesses really can be, and how some businesses have been, zero waste. It's a very hopeful book about how we could have a commercial world and a I know a lot of people don't like the word capitalist, but basically a world in which people can produce things and exchange goods and services for money in a way that is not horrifically environmentally destructive and is actually sustainable. So
What's that book again?
It's The Ecology of Commerce by Paul Hawken. And Pharaoh, I have an extra copy, so if you want one, I got you.
Yes, I'd love a copy of that. One thing I was looking at recently.
Yeah, that's
was,
a good pass.
Thank you, Tanya!
Subscription!
Yeah.
Somebody likes some nerdy talk.
Tanya just bumped up to tier 2.
Woo!
Tanya is coming through tonight.
Heck yeah.
I was recently looking at Tesla's supply chain, just looking at like how they get the different elements for their engines, because I was listening to some podcast that was asking the question, are electric vehicles really more environmentally friendly? And spoiler alert, yes, they still are more environmentally friendly, but there are things like cobalt that they use in the batteries, that they have to get it from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and unfortunately they have unhealthy mining practices. So like, what's the rub? What do you do about that? How do you work with local governments to polish things up? Like what do you do about that? Like ideas. I'm asking this honestly. What do you do about that? You need cobalt, and a country's got it, and they're willing to sell you cobalt, but they use child labor. What's that about? Is it bad child labor? Are they forced? Like, there's so many questions there.
I mean, child labor typically is bad.
I was gonna say, like, what? Please define good child labor. Like, is that like, children working in an ice cream factory? Like, are they happy? Is that good child labor? I feel like it's still not.
Yeah, I think if it's your own lemonade stand, maybe. Other than that, there's no good child labor.
Right. Child unions. Child-run labor unions.
Yeah, I often have thoughts about that with the lithium mining as well. I mean, both are aspects of electric vehicles, but also just phones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything electronic. You're talking about using these rare earth minerals, but that's where diplomacy and various organizations that are doing the work come into play.
One of the things I saw or read about a gap in the supply chain is recycling lithium from batteries. From we're not on that curve yet where a lot of these electric vehicles are running out their batteries, but when they get there, how do you recycle that lithium? And I think there might be one company that's trying to do that, but not many. if you're looking for stocks, Dolio.
Yeah, my portfolio's pretty heavy in that.
All right.
Totally.
You know, I try to stay abreast of you know, various developments on that front. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with, you know, in the technological advances are, you know, at the expense of the environment. But if we can get, you know, put some focus on.
Oh, there are subscriptions coming in left and right.
Sorry,
Logics.
breaking things down. If we could put some focus on making these things that's more sustainable and more environmentally friendly and safe for the workers, then purple shirt looking like.
Yay!
Got a bunch of these coming in. It looks like Tanya's just going crazy with it tonight.
Yeah,
Ernest.
yeah. Eric B is going through with the ranks, or the snaps,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, we got in the YouTube comments, Eric B, he's bringing the gold with
Yeah.
some sort of random comment on how each of us looks.
Yeah.
So awesome. Keep it up,
Yes.
Eric B.
And basketball lab, yes, we do like Billy Strings.
Oh, yeah. Billy String.
Cindy!
Oh, they just coming in.
I go back
I don't
and
need-
look
I
at
don't-
Monster Inc. because I don't remember that character.
I don't need
My
I
kid.
don't need your boy.
Wow, we get
what's the guy?
subscriptions out the wazoo.
I don't need
Yeah.
your boy Eric over here talking smack. My son just came over here and called me out. He was like, "Why do you like picture books so much?" I walked away, and he was looking at the joint.
He
He was
said
like,
white dude looks like the dad from Soul Plane.
Hey.
buddy.
All right. Snapping.
I'll tell you why I like picture books so much. It's because of the ADD.
Delivered from distraction.
This book is spectacular. This is the book that made me realize that I didn't have to beat myself up for the wacky way that my brain works. Like, I always sort of felt like if only I could be organized, keep track of things, have any concept of time, you know, then I would be this like superhero kind of person because I already have all these other talents and abilities. And this book helped me realize that the reason that I can't keep track of time and have all of these sort of, you know, alter abilities is because of the way my brain is wired, as, you know, typically called ADD. And if I were to try to get rid of one piece of it, I wouldn't have the other piece of it, right? A great explanation is that the ADD brain is like certain hallways just being too narrow to walk through. So let's say you're sitting in your living room and you're like, hey, I want dinner. And you think, I'm going to make spaghetti and meatballs for dinner. And you go to, you know, most people would just walk down their hallway, make the spaghetti and meatballs, come back, sit on the couch, eat it. But the ADD brain, the hallway is too narrow and you can't get through to the kitchen. So you're like, okay, I need to make food. So, I'll climb out my window and climb back in the window in the kitchen. So you climb out your living room window and you walk through your garden and you realize, oh, I have this beautiful ripe squash and oh, look, these peppers are looking great. And, you know, and these tomatoes look amazing. And by the time you get into your kitchen, you have a totally different meal that you're going to prepare. And so, you know, that's what it's like having the prefrontal cortex, you know, darken when it's supposed to light up and do its work. So that kind of thing, I felt like Delivered from Distraction helped me be grateful for every piece of ADD, even though some pieces of it are kind of inconvenient. So if you have a brain like that, Delivered from Distraction by Rati and Hallowell. Look, it even has a green part that works with the green screen.
Works with the green screen.
Whoa! This is an excellent resource. And there's a new version of it that has a bunch of additional information. So if you get Delivered from Distraction, get the most recent edition of it.
Yeah, actually, as many of the people in the crew know, my brain operates on an abundance of open windows. Um, but I've somehow over the years managed to figure out a way to make that work for me. Part of that came from this book.
Yo, seriously though, Eric B's hilarious.
This book,
Transforming yourself.
Transforming Yourself, by Steve Andreas. It's actually
Like he's about to hit himself in the junk with a hammer.
yeah. This is actually actually there's
Yeah.
at the Fleischer Art Memorial. There is a replica of this statue in front of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
It's the self-made man or something like that. Basically, it's a statue of a man carving himself out of
Yeah.
stone. But there's a section in this book that helped me to tackle spatial memory, which allowed me to
Really?
basically take those open windows and put them into places in my, I guess, spatial memories so that I can kind of relate to them through gestures, movements, places, and locations by kind of like arranging them in my mind, which is actually how I remember lyrics, which is why it's kind of hard for me to rap without using my hands. So, like, if I can't remember something, if I start going through the physical motion of it, then I actually remember the stuff.
That's really cool. I mean, and it's one of those things that makes the way you rap so accessible to people. When I teach public speaking, one of the things I teach is that a lot of times, you're going to have some guy in the back. Maybe he is, an older guy who's got some hearing issues, but he might well be the most important person in the room to be hearing what you're saying. And if you're just speaking, you're not necessarily going to get across to him all the pieces that his ears are missing. So if you have
Right.
gestures that match what you're saying and like make it really clear for him, then the comprehension on the side of the listeners is going to be better. And I feel like that really applies to the way both of you rap, but especially to the way Dolio raps, with the very like specific gestures that even if you're missing some of the words, you're going to get what he's saying because his gestures are so clear and appropriate and illustrative of what he's saying.
Yeah, I found I use that a lot in class too, which is helpful that we can still do things via video.
Yes, definitely. What was that book again, Dolio? Transforming Yourself
Transforming Yourself.
by who's it by again?
Steve Andreas.
Steve Andreas. I'm definitely going to check that out. That sounds fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you guys
Eric B's coming with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, Eric B looks like one of those funny videos where you put eyes on your chin and you film it upside down.
Yeah, it's funny. Basketball Lab is saying they look like computer hackers, which is actually there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
I happen to be one, so
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
You guys have to forgive me. I got distracted by my other book.
Ooh.
My new favorite, very second close to favorite book of all time. You might not be surprised at the fact that it's a Superman book.
No.
It's a book called Up and Away by Tom King. He's written some Up in the Sky. I'm sorry. He's written some just fantastic stuff over the last couple of years. He wrote a Mr. Miracle miniseries that was fantastic. He did an Omega Man one. He's doing one about Adam Strange right now. He did a Vision miniseries for Marvel a couple years back. It's fantastic stuff. And this one's about a little girl that gets kidnapped and taken into space. And like he has no idea, like nobody has any idea where she is. And it's like, he's like, well, I have to go look for her. And he's trying to convince himself not to. And at the end of the day, he's like, I'll be back. And it just sort of tells the whole story of him going off. And it's insane. It's just all of this sort of really extraordinary stuff that he has to do. to cross essentially the galaxy to find one little girl. And it's brilliant stuff.
That's cool.
Tom King and Andy Kubert did the art on this. I actually got mine signed by Tom King, which made me very happy because I love that
Sweet.
dude. Nice. It's utterly magnificent. I actually already had this book, and then I found out Tom King was going to be in town, and I bought another copy because I couldn't get home to get mine. So I bought another copy to get him to sign. So I have a copy of them I'm going to give away, and I have my signed copy. But it's so good, man. It's really just fantastic stuff. This guy, if you get a chance to read any of his stuff, he wrote Batman for about 2 years, an amazing run, Batman. And he's actually ex-CIA. And it's just fantastic, absolutely amazing stuff.
I got
Funny is basketball. I thought you were distracted by a Playboy.
Nope.
But funny that you mentioned that.
yeah.
Just for going through books.
Yeah, we don't even listen. We don't have to talk to Basketball Ave anymore because he didn't like Batman vs Superman. So I'm done with him. His opinion means nothing.
Yeah.
So during our some of our antiquing expeditions, I did happen upon this, Jim.
I got that. I got that. I was going to talk about that. I got my copy in storage somewhere.
Yeah, this is October 1971, which I believe was the first black centerfold.
I need to frame mine. I got a couple from that era.
Yeah, they had this one in plastic, so I just kind of keep it in the case with the comics and stuff.
Yours is in much better condition than mine.
Well, Basketball Ave now claims that they're entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
can
guess
have an opinion. It doesn't have to be. It's okay, and it's okay if it's wrong too.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yes, like Eric B's opinion. All I gotta say, you know who Eric B looks like? Was it at the end of Total Recall, the guy that comes out of the stomach, Quattro?
Quado.
Yes. Doesn't he look like that?
I thought
It's like a
Alien
spitting
was the
image. I
movie.
thought I was watching the end of Total Recall for a minute there.
Isn't Alien the movie where something comes out of a stomach? Are you telling me that happens in Total
That's a whole
Recall
other
too?
thing.
I haven't seen any of
I
these
did get the
movies.
special edition, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking.
Although sometimes, if in the right light, Eric B looks like if you freeze frame halfway through at the end of Indiana Jones when all of the Nazis' faces are melting. Basically like that.
You almost made me choke. Oh man.
But in honor of Eric B, I have a book to share with everybody. If you're ever having a time when you kind of need a win and you want to set the bar really low, this is a book I like to turn to.
Games
called
you can't lose.
Games You Can't Lose. So you can just break that open and do things like count your nose. Or there's a word scramble with 2-letter words. Or like a word hunt. You can find a word.
Oh wow.
I like to do that sometimes.
Speaking of games you can't lose, if anybody wants to play Draw Phone, we could do that. We do have time to do
Yeah, I'm
that.
down for some draw phone.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Real quick, since
But I
we were
want to
talking
throw
about
one more
the-
book out there.
Yeah, bring
do it. Do it.
Can we do a lightning round? Let's do a lightning round.
it.
Of books or draw phone?
Lightning round of
Let's
books.
see how many books you can hold up in the next 90 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not-
Yo,
I got my green screen.
Doomsday Clock. Get it? Jeff Johns and Gary Frank.
Doomsday Clock. Boom.
Martian. Dr. Manhattan enters the DC universe. So good.
Oh, really? This is what? Oh, see.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
I wish I could grab all my copies of Jesus Hates Zombies.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a pretty good comic book.
Here we go. Ursula Le Guin, very great sci-fi writer. Also translated Chen Luo's Taoist poems. Really great. Boom.
Oh, didn't know she got down on that.
Yeah,
Actually,
did.
here's a
It's
good one. Linda Kaplan.
Uh-huh.
Great.
Ooh.
Pretty good read. Yeah, we got this from her actually. Uh-oh. Basketball Ab has got a DC Marvels stuff. I'll let you. I'll let
the
you two
great
bang
thing
on
about
that.
opinions, they're allowed to be wrong. They are allowed to be wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm a
Pop
huge
up.
Marvel Comics fan. Have been for a very long time. But gun to my head, I'm going DC every day. Every day.
By the way, if you want to
Yeah,
read,
and I can't. I guess I kind of have. I'm obligated to plug this. I mean, see, I'm kind of. There's a little bit of bias. It is a good book, but I have to, just point of clarification. I can't help but say that there is bias because my mother wrote this book.
Oh,
oh, okay,
that's
awesome.
definitely fair.
Yo, that's an heirloom. That's a great title.
Yeah, I've been looking for you, sought after by the magnificent love of God.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I can't show you.
Power Without Knowledge. This one's a critique of the technocracy.
Critique of the technocracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Rand, you remember we picked these up?
Yes,
Yes!
man.
Yes!
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes, have those around somewhere. There's one what is it like? Oh, the booby traps one is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, that was some military
that
supply
was like
store.
the most do not try this in at home books ever.
All right, so we got the link for the draw phone game out in the chat comments. So there's a link there if you want to look, and you can actually join in this game with us to be broadcast and participate. So let's get some people out there. Go to the link in your chat. Join Gangstagrass for a game of picture phone, right?
Oh, I guess I'm already in here.
Are you?
Yeah, says James Beam.
Oh, hey.
And that's the link in the chat of rocketcrab.com. I want to know where that's coming from. I hope I literally want that to be a website about rocket crabs. /CIQE.
CIQE
Yeah.
is the
Basketball app
code.
says there's a strip club down where they are called Booby Trap. Where are you, Bobby Trap? Basketball app.
Dog, we got to go to booby trap.
Yeah.
That's just, they may as well have just sent me an invitation.
Right. It's funny. It reminded me. This old web cartoon called Nipple Man.
What?
where the protagonist worked at a place called the Booby Hatch.
Booby hedge.
No.
We still have to get on that entrepreneurial idea we had about a comic book store and strip club combination
Yo, that would
called the comic strip.
blow
Called the
up.
comic strip.
Yeah.
We might have to sue for the name from the chain of comedy clubs.
Yeah, all right.
All right, we got some people in here. 5 right now. More people jump
Oh, all
in.
right.
At
Yeah,
Rocket
I'm
Crab.
Fort Lauderdale. I'm a Florida boy
Okay.
myself, but I'm from the Northwest.
Everybody watching us right now, go to rocketcrab.com/CIQE and play a game with us to wrap up our episode tonight. We want you all in here with us. So jump on in, click the link. It's in the chat. And let's see what you got.
It says waiting for Sleeves to join. Oh, waiting for
Sorry.
Sleeves to start.
Yeah.
Wait for me, y'all. Trying to get it.
Always,
Yep.
always,
People,
bud.
get in
Always.
here. Tanya's in here.
All right.
Genius is in here. Sleeves is in
Yep.
here.
That's right.
Fox Ratio.
What-
Wrench.
What's the password?
CIQE. Charlie, Igloo, Quebec,
See, I heard UE.
Ernest,
We're gonna-
Extra.
We're gonna get some basketball av in the game here.
Yeah.
Come on, sucker.
Yeah. And
Sucker.
if you
Yeah,
if
pull
you
up on his
if you
Google.
fall out of the game, just go back to rocketcrab.com,
Yeah.
enter the CIQE passcode.
Oh, where did Tanya go? Tanya, come back in. Linda, jump in on this link and draw some games with us.
Yeah.
It's like Richard Dushlag wants to know, since Sleeves has a DC background, is she familiar with Molly Ivins? Who is one of-
Oh, Molly Ivins was one of my favorite writers when I was a kid. She like her. She's if you ever want to understand Texas politics, Molly Ivins is the person to check out. She'll explain to you how the commissioner of Trainwreck, which is, if I'm remembering correctly, I need to go back and read this again. I want to say is like basically the essentially the commissioner of oil and stuff is my guess, but I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. I might be wrong about that. Is basically more powerful than the governor. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there's some quirk in Texas politics where like the lieutenant governor is more powerful than the governor too. There's all kinds of wacky stuff that happens in Texas politics. And Molly Ivins is both super knowledgeable, was RIP, super knowledgeable about it, and also hilarious. So funny. Bunch of great, like I sort of, even though not in the same exact not like one of the not quite a real news writer, but more of a fiction writer, is it William O. Buckley?
F. Buckley.
No. Different guy. This, I'm talking about the author of Thank You for Smoking,
Ah,
right? I recently actually bought that movie because I loved it so much. But the book is
I
hilarious.
haven't seen that in so long, and that was such a good movie.
We'll
I saw that when
we'll
I
get
was
together.
young.
We'll have a movie night. I'll be happy. I already bought it, so I'm happy to show it to anybody who wants to hang
That's
out
a
and
good
watch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because the scene with the guy eating his apple pie with American cheese melted over it. Made me not feel so bad about how I eat my cherry pie with cheddar melted over it.
Yeah, basketball av was in there for a minute.
Come back, basketball
Got a
Av.
couple more people. We're gonna we got just a minute to get a couple more people in on this game to actually play live with us at the link in the chat. rocketcrab.com/CIQE. Noli D is in the YouTube now. She should join in with us.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Get some Sagamore spirit in your life.
And thanks to Noli D and Basketball Av for putting in a little bit of tips on the YouTube stream there.
Woo! Thank
Very
you
much
guys.
appreciated. Awesome.
Very appreciated.
J Love, welcome. Come on into the game.
Oh yeah, we got Jinx here. What up, Jinx?
Oh man.
Yo.
So I don't remember how we got this. One of our neighbors was just giving music away. That was
Here we go.
I don't know, some way they just felt like they were in a given mood and they felt like giving away comments.
Wow. Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I think we got enough people in the game now. We're gonna start a draw phone. While Sleeves is starting that up, who remembers the first time they ever saw Ren and Stimpy?
Yo, that was awful. I was young.
I can't remember the
Yeah, it was
first
like
time.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Would I dug about it was how like it would keep going back and forth between like just a standard animation to these like really intense, gross
Weirdly
out.
drawn.
close
Yeah,
ups.
man. Oh God, yeah. You ever read the whole story about that show?
Yeah.
The
Oh.
guy that created it was a bit of a creep.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Yeah, man, that whole thing. I read I watched a video on YouTube about it. I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And I guess you would have to be a little bit of a creep to create that show, but he went just next level weird.
Hmm.
You know what's funny is I actually use a reference from Ren and Stimpy in one of my lectures about logging. So
Okay.
log-
You mean
All
log?
right.
Yeah.
It's
Log.
good.
Yes. The new
Log.
toy.
It's log. It's better than bad. It's good.
Yeah. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a good group of 11 or 12 people here.
All right. I have hit start. I have hit start.
All right, Gangstagrass and friends are now playing a game of Draw Phone.
Right.
And everybody watching the stream will get to see the results. Of,
Right. So we doing word packs or?
Oh, we're definitely just doing our own words. Obviously.
Okay.
Obviously. You know how we roll.
Mhm.
All right. Everybody type in
Ah,
something. I say type in something that you think you could draw. Wrench says whatever. Type in whatever you want.
whatever. Yes. So everybody's picking a subject that somebody else is going to have to draw.
Hey, what's up, Clayton? Man, he's giving us a shout from Canada.
Hey, we love Canada. We miss Canada, man.
Yes,
If
we
we
do.
could
Whereabouts
cross
in
the
Canada
border
are
right
you?
now, we would do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, people have put in their drawing suggestions. And soon the drawing will begin.
Oh.
We got Rink playing.
That's right.
Rink is writing up a good suggestion for something to draw.
For sure. Yeah, basketball app says Beavis and Butthead was better than Ren and Stimpy.
I think so too.
Yeah. Anybody? Did you guys see the movie they did?
But because God, man, that thing was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater.
It was so dumb funny, man.
It
They did the damn thing on that. Although, Teen Titans Go to the Movies,
Yo,
funnier.
that was crazy.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies is hysterical, and it's got the best Stan Lee cameo in any movie ever.
Stan Lee cameo in that?
Yes. Stan Lee does a cameo in the Teen Titans. Go
How
to
did
the
he
Movies.
cross over to a DC show?
Because he's Stan Lee, he can do whatever he wants, man. And it was perfection.
I'm going to need some sort of explanations of the physics on that.
Oh, dude, he just kind of showed up. It was like, I'm Stan Lee. It's a comic book, so here I am. Hilarious.
We need a Stan Lee version of the Rick James cameo. I'm Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, bitch.
Team America.
Oh, Lord, that movie's ridiculous.
Yo, Team America. Yo.
All right.
I saw that for the first time in a cinema tavern in Pensacola, Florida. It was me, Elle, and Michelle.
All right, we are beginning to draw
We are beginning. This is a tough one, you guys.
suggestions.
Wait. I'm trying to remember. No, it was some goofy movie. I'm trying to. I remember L was there. L was present for a lot of shenanigans. Huh. Okay. This could get ugly.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, buddy. If I am not precise with these colors, this could be a thing. All right. Okay. Yuck.
Let's make this masterpiece.
Yes. This is a very tricky one. I want to know who gave this particular instruction. This is very amusing.
Okay.
Man, I can't stop thinking about the soundtrack to A Team America now.
Yeah.
What got me for that movie was how everything was constructed. Like when you see like the set design,
Mm-hmm.
like all the individual pieces that made the whole is just ridiculous. Let's see. That man, it's hopefully this doesn't get mistaken for something else. Probably.
Or hopefully it does. Come on, folks, let's get some things mistaken for other things
I
because
mean, that's
that's
pretty much how the game is played, right?
yeah.
I was wondering. Paintbrush a little smaller.
Oh man, you're changing brush size.
Oh
I
yeah.
always
You're
change brush
artistic on it,
sizes.
man. I just try to work with what I got there and my big old finger on this little screen. And I'm like, this looks like an impressionist Jackson Pollock mashup masterpiece of pointillism with a
Pointillism.
Well,
Dada edge to it.
Isn't that how we ended up with the firecracker taking a dump on a chair?
Yes.
What? I must not have been there for that game.
Missed that one.
It's probably definitely how we ended up changing from what was the one that started off as a duck that ended up as testicles?
Oh yes, Furkan wanted
Mhm.
us to draw, or he no, so it was duck. That was when we were using the regular words. Yep, and yep, and the duck that Furkan drew was not immediately recognizable to Pharaoh as a duck.
Yeah.
And how did we end up with like a graduation speech at a cemetery?
Oh yeah, that was Electoral College.
Ah,
Yep, because we ended up with like a college, I guess, and then it was sort of a commencement, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have those. I can scroll through some of the. Right, looks like Meta Beans got dropped from the game, so just jump back on, use that same. There you go, you're good.
yeah,
Excellent.
Can't join.
We're still waiting on Pharaoh, Jinx, and Vox here.
Tell me your name.
Almost done.
Oh my god.
Basketball Av turns out is more of a fartist than an artist, which
Oh,
I
dear.
look forward to learning more about.
Oh dear.
Not familiar with that movement, but I'm sure it had some deep thinking behind it.
Was Brian Posehn's comedy special The Fartist?
I don't know.
That sounds like something he would do.
So a couple questions for everybody watching out there. Who is a barnstormer? We got some barnstormers watching us right now. We got Tanya in the house. I think Linda was popping up on the Facebook tonight or the YouTube.
Yeah, Linda's been traveling for Thanksgiving as safely as she
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. For anybody that's not already, we have an insanely awesome monthly subscription to get you some exclusive videos, behind the scenes stuff from the archives, unreleased stuff. So all of you enjoying this stream and want to have us keep making some music and sending you a bunch of cool stuff that we make, head over to gangstagrass.com/barnstormers and go in on a monthly subscription because there's some really awesome stuff coming. Are you a barnstormer yet? No? Come on over tonight and join this awesome club because we're sending out another round of cool stuff very soon, including the not available anywhere else Gangstagrass Volume 1 album.
That's
So
right.
anybody that needs to get their hands on the Gangstagrass Volume 1 album that you can't get anywhere else, go to gangstagrass.com/barnstormers and join up.
And that's, I mean, the volume 1, that's a big deal. That's a, never released widely, very hard to find, and it's extremely excellent. Just the origins of Gangstagrass. Where did it all spring from? The mind of the mastermind, and this was that very first product. It's super cool. We're gonna make sure you get all of that. And the higher the tier you are, the longer you'll have access to it. So that's good to keep in mind. You can go for the nickel tier, which is only $4 a month, or go higher than that if you want longer access and more exclusive content. All right. Okay, what is this a drawing of? So you should have a drawing in front of you. Good gravy. What is that a drawing of?
Yeah, I just
Coconut scented with mango flavor.
Yeah! We got some stuff coming in here.
Yeah, Tanya cheering.
Tanya coming through again with a big gift for us from Twitch. Yes, indeed. Tanya, you are lighting up our stream tonight with
taking some
amazing
time.
stuff.
It's gonna take a while for me to get used to these sound effects.
Yeah, I was like, why?
My
am
man
I-
was like
coconut
scented
with mango
flavor.
happened there? Huh? What's going on?
Sorry, I like to play with these toys sometimes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, dang.
I understand the need to make funny voices.
How can I get back to... I guess I can't go back. Somehow I hit enter before I was done writing the sentence of the drawing I was looking at. So, good luck.
okay, I did my best. All right, Mita Beans. Just waiting for you to label your drawing, and we will get the next thing that we all have to draw.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Oh, how did this happen? Where did this come from?
I was in the Facebook chat in the wrong account. Right. Huh.
This is how much trouble I'm having drawing this.
This one is hard.
How did this happen? I truly cannot fathom how this could have occurred.
What? The thing that you got?
Yes. I don't know how this happened.
This is about to be some serious crude drawing here. I don't have the slightest idea how to represent this. Okay.
I wish there was like a slightly intermediate size between. Oh, well, that's all right actually. Okay, the brushes are and the other thing this really needs is a color like a color memory. You know, colors that you use often.
Yeah, yeah.
Palette.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Right. That's the best I can do for this. I'd like to see what that's about. That's definitely going to be something else when somebody sees that picture.
I'm still trying to figure out what I was looking at last round. Still not at all sure. It felt like it was probably timely, but
You know, it's funny with the Rocket Crab domain. I went back to look at, like, I guess some domains I own. I forgot that I owned a few of these. I'm gonna do something with a couple of these.
Yeah, I know some are still under wraps as we're getting some entrepreneurial ideas together.
I just I just recently remembered that I have 137.fyi, which I'm very happy about.
Word.
Yeah. Because
Start selling some
FYI.
cesium, baby.
Coconut scented with mango
Seriously,
flavor.
yes, Quiet Horse 80, you were right to cheer for Dolio just knowing his periodic table of elements.
Yeah. Quiet Horse 80 just brought us some gifts in the Twitch stream. Rocking it.
Yes, we are nuts, Adam. We are straight bonkers.
Straight bonkers.
You ought to see us on the road. We're even crazier.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm excited to take the team stream on the road. Like, I feel like team stream from the van is going to be hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I mean, this is quite tame considering the stuff that happens in the van.
And we'll just be like coming on randomly, like, "Hey, wait, this discussion is awesome. Let's get this out to everybody."
Mm-hmm.
Right. Maybe they'll finally find out what our secret meaning for the word treachery is.
Oh, speaking of which, hang on. Oops. There we go.
Okay, everybody's finishing their drawing of whatever it told you to draw in the game.
Yeah. Speaking of domains that you go check out boombaptherapy.com.
Heck yeah.
If you do, make sure you realize that the sweatshirts are coming. They're ordered. I did an initial run of 24, and of those 24, there's like 5 left. So get at me for sizes and colors.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of those left.
There's the duck. You know, after pondering it for a few weeks, I could kind of see the duck in there.
Yeah, right? Me too.
This image has been going through your mind for a few weeks. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's like one of those things you're like, how the hell did it? Oh, okay.
And we are just waiting on Jinx and Rink.
Yeah, after stream tonight, I'm gonna have to go check out Mando.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, where's my jammy? Yes. Okay, so that's the duck. And after again, you can kind of see a duck, but then Pharaoh just went right there.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what I got.
Well, the thing is, like, Wow. That's a hell of a scrotum. It's like a cauliflower scrotum. I'm like,
Coconut scented with mango flavor.
Thank you, Quiet Horse. We agree that both the testicles and the periodic table of elements are very much
Amen.
worthy of
Yeah.
cheers.
White Horse 80 bringing it in the Twitch.
Woo!
He's rocking tonight.
oh man, Kanye's trip.
Somebody should make the Mandolin Orient.
Wait a minute. We played a 3-6 Mafia remix after the show. Wait, did we? Was I there for that show?
We have never played with 3-6 Mafia.
No, played a 3-6 Mafia remix.
Huh. I don't know. Nothing's coming to mind.
I don't know.
But it says something that we're like, could be. Who knows? We've thrown a lot of songs into the end of our sets.
Yeah, we've done a lot of remix stuff like during our encores. It could have been any of them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to think what 3-6 we would have done. I don't know. Would have been like Stay Fly or
Oh gosh, remember this one? Let's see.
I'm a pretty big fan of 3-6. I can't remember which song it would have been.
Okay, you guys remember Swing State?
I remember that band.
And our son drew an excellent. I feel like that's just an excellent rendition of Swing State, right there. Pharaoh once again just taking it to a whole different place. Just that's and again I got Pharaoh's. I can't
Oh my gosh.
once again.
Yeah.
What is that? Yes. Oh my God. Ooh, harder.
Right. I mean, you can see like Texas and North Carolina. You can see Florida and Louisiana. You can see
Oh, I see they're swinging.
Maryland
They're like
and
swingers.
one of the
Yeah,
box
it's like-
states.
Yeah.
Getting
I was proud of that. Yeah.
screwed by the Electoral College.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm seeing.
Which resulted in
Oh,
that.
and here we go. Okay, we've got another drawing to decipher what it is.
Uh-oh, let me see. What in the jack?
Actually, it's
Oh,
really weird
okay.
that I know exactly what this is.
I know exactly what this is.
I do not know exactly
Really
what this
specific. This is a very specific cultural references that I don't know what it's doing here.
is. I'm entirely bewildered by this. I wish that someone could tell me, someone who maybe this is an obscure cultural reference too, and I just don't know what it is. Huh.
I could tell people are getting really crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like seeing some reactions in the chat. Oh my god. Dang, sorry, now I got 3-6 on the mind. I can't like I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
how long I've been listening to 3-6 Mafia, and that's like they've been around for like almost 30 years. It's wild. I mean, I guess they kind of were like the originators of what we call crunk. Because I remember Tear the Club Up was a record they had to ban from clubs. They're like, you cannot play this song. We're tired of having to clean up afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Just to fill everybody in on the game that's being played right now at the same time as this chat, we're playing Draw Phone. So there, everybody has picked the players that are playing this on their phones right now, came up with a word or a phrase that was sent to another player who had to then draw it. The drawing was sent to another player who then had to draw what
Yo.
what somebody else described the picture as. So it's kind of like a game of telephone, but with drawings in between.
Oh
I
man.
saw a versus suggestion the other day of 3-6 Mafia versus Outcast.
Mm-hmm.
Outcast is gonna win that hands down.
That's what I was saying. Pretty handily, taking nothing away from 3-6 Mafia, but
Well, it's like it's two different leagues. I mean, they're both like iconic in their own right. It's just they're two different lanes. Like I would, if anybody I would put with 3-6, it would have to be like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Yeah,
because they both like that is the lane they're in is like crunk, like attitude music, But like Outkast, I guess you could, if you're talking about like just longevity, I guess 3-6 and Outkast have been around pretty close to the same amount of time. But yeah, I would that's not the battle I would choose. Speaking of which, did you see that Gucci Jeezy one?
I did not, because I don't care about either. Really just don't give a damn about either. Like I was like, I don't know a single song by either one of those guys, so it's not even worth my time to watch it. I heard it was interesting on a lot of levels.
Oh yeah,
but I was like,
interested.
I'm not gonna get anything out of this.
Yeah, I feel like it meant a lot more to people from the South than East Coast cats.
Yeah,
No,
I don't doubt.
Me being from the South, it hit different,
Yeah, no doubt.
I cannot imagine what this might have started as.
On starting banjo.
Mm-hmm.
I started it, I put it down. I feel like I need to pick it back up, but right now I'm focusing on this fiddle.
Yeah, how is the fiddle going there, D?
It's coming.
Cool.
Okay, this turned out pretty good.
Sweet. Yeah, I remember when Jeezy first hit. It was like right after I moved to New York, as this country ass dude in a big city, and then all of a sudden I started seeing snowmen everywhere.
What?
Yeah, that was Jeezy's logo is a snowman.
Oh, thank you.
Snowman.
Looks like Cindy Pollard is in the game, but said on Facebook she pressed done by accident.
Oh.
So we'll get an interesting thing in there.
That's all right. We know how that is.
Yeah. You gotta like rejoin and all that good stuff.
Well, no, but she pressed done on the picture before being done drawing it. It's that business.
That happened to me a few times.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what this guy looks like. I'm wondering who came up with this.
Oh my god, this is incredibly complicated.
Man, these are some crude drawings.
Bro, what do you? Yeah.
Man, I want to get like actually, I'm gonna have to borrow my wife's drawing pad so we can play this game for real.
For real.
I had a fill button, but I understand this is the original intent was for this to be played on a phone with a fingertip.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Me and Pharaoh are starting a thing.
There we go.
You're starting a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, looks like Basketball Av got dropped out.
Ooh.
So you'll want to go back and let it know you're still in the game. I hate it when that happens during the drawing because it's possible that like whatever you're drawing you lost. So if you're still drawing, it thinks that you are gone and it might give you some problems. You can always jump back in. Just go back and enter the code and it'll ask who you want to replace and you say I want to replace me, myself, and I.
Right.
So yeah, Basketball
Yeah,
Av,
that's
go
right,
back in. Pharaoh, finish your drawing.
This is gonna age me a little bit, but yeah, Basketball Ave, when Southern Playalistic Cadillac music came out. Well, Southern Playalistic Cadillac music came out. I was like, that was I think my senior year of high school. So we had that song got played in some very sweaty house parties.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say we recreated that video a bunch of times.
Sick, black, punk, and music.
Yo, that album.
That record's so good, man.
Well,
it's not even fair. That's such a good record.
Yo, did you see the documentary of about the Dungeon family?
I didn't yet. I heard it's dope though.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, I heard it's real dope.
It is awesome. And it's like they break down how they put together all those records. Which makes sense when you hear them, because it's like everything was so soulful.
That's right.
All the instrumentation, and it was just off the chain. Nobody was making records like that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and plus there was that was an album you could play front to back.
Yeah. That was one of them joints you just put it on and keep it moving.
Yep.
All right. While we're waiting for Pharaoh to finish, there's Electoral College. I must have been thinking of a different one. So this one was Electoral College.
Sit on the boat.
Wow.
Yep.
Is the drawing
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that actually was one of my Adam. That was one of my first CDs too. That was back when CDs first started coming out. That was a thing. We was moving from tape.
I still remember my first CD.
Really? What was it?
First one I got.
I got it through Columbia House.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Got a lot of stuff from Columbia House.
I didn't get my first CD till '94.
Hmm.
Louis Logic bought me OC's Word Life.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first CD I got. And then the first one I bought, I didn't buy till '99. So I was still buying tapes. I was living at State College, and I was just walking the streets all the time with my headphones on, listening to tapes.
You never told us about your street walking days.
I bought Most Def, Black on Both Sides. It was the first CD I bought.
Nice.
The only reason I didn't buy it on tape because Rawkus didn't put that one out on tape. I got Pharoah Monch's Internal Affairs on tape that same day, but for whatever reason, most is on. We didn't get it on tape at the store I worked at, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna buy the CD and done it. First show I ever bought.
All right,
so much.
We all just got to see another picture, I believe, and put another description of what we thought it was a picture of.
Yeah, it looks like Dolio's still trying to figure out what exactly it was that he was seeing.
Yeah, I'm like, what in the hell is this? I think Outkast was dang. I think Outkast was my first CD. I didn't get that from Columbia House. Now I think about it, because Columbia House, I think all I got from them was tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was back when folks used to keep those big cases with the slots with the tapes in them.
I'm a generation
And when you
past
and
you
it would be
guys.
like the first thing that got stolen when you moved into your dorm.
Wait, quiet everyone. Pharaoh's ceiling is talking.
Oh, is my mic
That and then
quiet?
once CDs started coming out, it was the books of CDs that kept getting jacked.
Oh
Yo,
yeah.
Matt, cats, they got they CD books jacked.
Yeah, there was a few albums.
What was happening?
What?
I was gonna play. Speaking of CDs, I was in a electronics store today, and they still had an aisle of blank DVDs and blank CDs. So I was just gonna throw up a little video of me there celebrating being in the '90s.
Yeah, do it.
Here we go. Me, I'm in the '90s. I'm in the '90s. It's 1998. 1998. What's happening? Look at me. I'm in the '90s.
Everybody check out the @Gangstagrass TikTok.
Yes, we are on TikTok now, and I'm just being ridiculous over there. Anybody out here watching that is on TikTok, go find Gangstagrass and like all the videos you can find.
Then do all your stuff to Gangstagrass songs.
That's right. You are. All the Gangstagrass tracks are on TikTok for you to make videos to now. Oh,
What?
There's some people. Some of these topics are crazy.
I have absolutely no idea what went down here.
I am apologizing in advance for this picture.
I think I can do this. Let's see what we got here.
where's the fill thing?
I somehow feel like Pharaoh was involved in this one.
It is pretty obvious when Pharaoh is involved in one.
Snap. Yo, what album did you have to continuously replace because it kept getting stolen?
Stolen. Okay.
Somebody stole my first Illmatic tape. Somebody stole my first Wu-Tang tape, but I got that shit back.
Hey.
I was at Penn State and I had my shit, and I forget I was at a party at my fraternity, and I was playing that shit, and I switched tapes and I took it out, I put it back in the case and put it down, and then like 15 minutes later I was organizing my tapes and I was like, and it felt like the record. I was like, yo man, where my killer tape? Like, yo, where the fuck is my Wu-Tang tape at? And I had the mic. And I was just playing tapes, to DJ the party. And I turned the mic on. I was like, "Hey, which one of you motherfuckers took that Wu-Tang tape that was sitting on this bar? I better have that shit back in the next 15 minutes." Sure enough, about 10 minutes later, I look back and it's sitting in a different spot. I was like, "Yeah, I thought so, motherfuckers," and put my shit on. I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. I was like, "This Jack my Wu-Tang tape?" Like, come on, man. What kind of?
I had to replace Devin the Dude's album, the Dude album, like 5 times. Like it just kept coming up missing. Like it got jacked at parties. It got jacked just when like gatherings, after parties. I think it got stolen from my car once.
Wow.
I mean, it was a dope CD. That and I think Maxwell's first album used to always turn up missing. That Urban Hang Suite.
Yeah, I would imagine that probably
that was everybody's Crush 2 album.
Yeah, right.
Yo, when that joint dropped, it was lights out. Literally everywhere. Or lights dimmed.
Lights dimmed, yeah.
A lot of Nog Champa got burned to that album.
So much Nog Champa, dog. God.
A lot of scented oils got broken out to that album.
Basketball Av, looks like you dropped again, so go ahead and just hop back on. Let the game know you're still here. And we were just waiting on Pharaoh, Arson, and Jinx.
Done.
Woo!
Yeah, we definitely went past the closeout time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Almost
Yeah,
done. We got
I'll
one more
bounce after this
label,
game.
one more drawing, one more label,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get all of the results. I can only imagine what Pharaoh was drawing over there.
Last one in the cold.
I've gotten one so far that I felt like it was a very clear picture
shit.
of a saying that I used to hear a lot in Australia. But I have no idea if
That
that's
could be anything,
actually
'cause
what it was.
Australian figures of speech are just bonkers.
Yes.
Might as well be speaking Huttese. You say,
Rand, it says you dropped out. You got that right?
no, hold on. God
Okay.
damn it. What's that shit called? Rocket, what now?
Rocketcrab.com, and the code is CIQE.
There it is.
Seek.
Yep. And we need somebody out there watching right now who appreciates Gangstagrass, bringing you more music and entertainment. To go over to gangstagrass.com/barnstormers.
Barnstormers!
Join this monthly club to get exclusive, behind-the-scenes action, unreleased stuff, all kinds of goodies for this special club. We have monthly subscriptions as low as $4 a month. Anybody out there that can pull through on that to help us keep bringing you some amazing music that will be coming out soon. Go over and become a Barnstormer because you are going to get all kinds of the goods.
Yeah, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff in the Barnstormers is hilarious. Wrench actually on his stream yesterday, Wrench or not yesterday, last Saturday. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Played a bunch of the behind-the-scenes videos, some behind-the-scenes stuff from the making of the All for One video, which was very cool. Yeah, it was really, really neat. And speaking of that Saturday set, tomorrow at 3 p.m., I believe, we have Dolio the Sleuth on the ones and
We do?
twos.
okay. I wasn't sure if this was my week, but I did take a couple of weeks off from, family stuff. and then
If you're up
quarantine.
for it, otherwise
Yeah.
somebody will be there.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll break it out the ones and twos.
Swish. All right, everybody should have a drawing that you are labeling, and
Yep.
goodness knows what it is. What is that?
What in the jacknappy is that? I am confused at this.
I feel like we've really gone off the rails on this one. Like in
Way
a way,
off the rails. Holy shit.
yes, in a way
Like-
that is rare even for us.
Humbled off the rails. Like, wee!
Pretty sure that's not what it is, but if it is, it's a miracle. Yo, I thought I saw a Bob Ross emote earlier.
Yeah, they have one on Twitch.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw some of those Bob Ross emotes up there.
Fluffy
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Trying to think. What the first tape I ever got. Really?
Yep.
Not the first tape I ever got.
Mhm.
I couldn't even begin to tell you that.
Well, our son and I can both know about what I had on cassette was the soundtrack to the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie featuring renditions by the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton.
Yo, that is the greatest movie soundtrack ever.
That cassette.
That shit is so banging. It's so very good. Like, it's not even fair how good that thing is.
It's probably
because
the dopest cover album.
it really is. It's extraordinarily good cover album. So much so that when I heard the Beatles versions of the songs, I was like, "What the fuck is this?
Right.
Like, who the fuck are these clowns? That's not Peter Frampton's voice. Fuck out of here."
Wait, I thought that was an Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
Yeah, they took that. That's completely theirs. Between that one,
Yeah, if you get Earth, Wind, and Fire doing a cover of one of your songs, that's their song now.
yeah, you just give it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
same with the. I was listening to Isaac Hayes the other day. If Isaac Hayes does a cover of your song, it's not your song anymore.
Yeah, just like that, and Luther.
The Isley Brothers do a cover of your song, it's not your song anymore. Accept it and move on. Like, nope.
But also take the royalties.
Yeah, get your money, but that shit is not yours.
This is an excellent. Okay, so everybody, you're on your last drawing, and
Drawing.
after this one, you'll have one more to label, and then we'll get our results. And good luck, everybody.
Yeah. This is going to be an interesting journey through pictures and words.
How did I end up drawing an alpaca throwing salsa out of a shopping cart at a penguin on crystal meth at a Piggly Wiggly?
I definitely remember the llama in a shopping cart.
Oh, yeah.
Llama in a shopping cart was excellent.
Ooh, Janae Nay says, every person you meet is you living in another body.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of like, I mean, I guess in a lot of ways that is kind of true, but it's more like, sort of like how you can't necessarily, you're not actually, a thing that you look at is not the color that it is, you're just looking at the wavelength of the light that bounces off of it into your eye, so it is what you perceive it to be.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be along the lines of like how I can look at something and see it's blue, you can look at it and see that it is blue, but we don't know that blue is the same color
Right.
that I see that you see.
That sounds like it's like dream interpretation stuff too, right? The whole everyone is you is that's like the classic dream interpretation because it's all happening in your mind, so all the characters in the dream are some aspect of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you are the writer, narrator, set designer, etc. of your dreams.
I have had a few Torvan dreams lately.
Yeah, how I know that this whole thing has
Make
gotten
you
to
easy.
me really big time is because now in my dream, everyone's wearing masks.
Wow. I haven't gotten to that, but like whenever I'm in a crowd in my dream, I'm like very nervous. And I'm just like, why is everybody so close together? What's happening here? Don't they care? Yeah, but no, I haven't had any masks yet. That's interesting.
Yeah, Adam just mentioned this one book. Adam, that book, we have that book in my house in English and Spanish.
What book is that?
So there's this book that has like 19,000 dream interpretations.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
It's not on this bookshelf, it's on the one downstairs.
I got kicked off, so I had to start my drawing over.
Oh no.
Are we waiting for very many people?
About 5 people, and
Okay.
Basketball Abs seem to have gotten booted again. That's a lot for emotes. Who's the gray-faced person there? I can't really tell the face in the emote.
Gray-faced
Like,
person.
see, Bob Ross is like
Oh, I was wondering about that
9
too.
Bob Rosses followed by 2 gray faces.
Yeah, who's the gray-faced person? Wrench, do you know who the gray-faced person is?
Let me take a look at the
That
Twitter.
is
It's called Kappa. I don't. There's a lot of inside jokes on Twitch that it might be like Twitch staff members or something. I don't know.
Or like popular streamers. Also, the more subscriptions we have on Twitch and the more people watch the Twitch stream, the more subscribers we have, that's important, the more we can unlock emotes and start making more emotes. Definitely want to make one of Pharaoh's cat.
Yeah, basketball app. This is a little bit more than people being brainwashed by the news, because at least one member of this band has lost already 9 family members to this. And unfortunately, the guy who is responsible for filming some of our most awesome videos this season,
that's right,
is currently hospitalized with this. So it's not necessarily a hoax.
Not necessarily. It's not. It's definitely super
It's
very
all
much
funny
not.
games till you're on a ventilator.
Exactly.
And frankly, I am tired of mourning.
Yeah, back when Reagan said it's morning in America, like, this is definitely a different situation. We did not want it to have the U. Ooh, God, there's so many layers there.
What?
Morning, but this time it's with the U. It's morning in America.
That's that. Whoa.
Shadowing the Sleeves will be the final person in the crew to spit bars on the track.
Wait.
And based on my fabulous drawing.
Mom Incarnate says Pharaoh is freaking me out. It's like he's staring into my soul.
And then suddenly it's just a blank ceiling.
Right. And then he just shows up like,
he just disappeared.
He disappears.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of my family, most of my family is in a super spreader of a state.
Of a state. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, Florida is a super spreader state. I was home for my grandmother's funeral, and nary a mass did I see.
Ugh. What could that be?
That's really good. Whatever it is.
Hey, Sticky Hands. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah. Whoa. We have to name another drawing.
Yep. Last one, and then we get our results.
All right. It's crazy. It's like each one of these different channels are on a different amount of latency, so I'm seeing
shit
pop up.
Oregon State just won. I'll be damned.
Yo, Pharaoh. Darn, I can't remember. What was the guy's name? The Spirit of Truth.
Who?
It used to be. It was. This, I think he might even still exist. It was this guy years ago. Who was? I guess he was on like some sort of like public access show that he had like somewhere on the West Coast, where it was like him. He was like a gangster of some ambiguous affiliation, but it was like sort of like a religious show almost. So he'll be like reading Bible verses, but like cussing all through it.
Yeah, I've seen. I think maybe I've seen videos of this guy.
But like the whole time is like he's floating around the screen.
All
and
right.
it's like people playing in the background. I mean, I first got introduced to it because Poshus had done a remix with like the acapellas of this dude, and then like set it to music. But then I was like, wait a minute, this is a real thing.
Holy, what the hell?
Okay.
Okay, all right. We're
All
We're gonna show everybody the results of these.
I remember this.
Oh my gosh, this thing's really deviated.
So Sleeves is gonna show us all
All right, let's see
together.
the results.
I am.
Do the big reveal, because this is definitely
Yes.
all over the place.
Everybody's on the edge of their seats to see how these drawings came out.
Sticky Hands is Adam.
Okay. We're looking at this together on the Zoom.
Well, yeah, you can
Yes.
only see it on the stream, though, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. All right.
You showing it on the Zoom too? Right?
No, it looks like it's just on the stream. So just watch the Twitch stream. It'll be up on all the streams, but the Twitch has the least latency.
All right, I can see it now.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
First drawing.
Yes.
Draw a log pile.
Log pile.
Very respectable log pile.
That's a hell of a log pile, actually.
An excellent log pile.
Hey, I try my best.
Tim thought that was a wood pile. Very reasonable.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey.
And as a result, Basketball Ave drew that.
Yeah, that looks like a pile of different wood.
Which Rink thought was hurdles. Very rational. Maybe a
I was
little.
thinking outside the box. I'll give props to going abstract with it.
Yes.
Stadium seating.
And
Hurdle.
oh, very nice. Very nice. Yes, I like
Nice
the
rendition
yellow
of
the
stadium
yellow
seating.
shoes.
The red chair in the nosebleed section of the football game where no players showed up.
This explains a lot. I see. Okay. Right.
Why did I say soccer? I meant to say football.
Okay, right. So we've got stadium seating. We went there we go. Okay, so we went from hurdles to stadium seating. Okay. And yes, the red chair in the nosebleed section of the football game where no players showed up, which was what I was given to draw.
Yeah.
And I went with that. And
Ooh.
Pharaoh went with big crowd, no soccer. Come on, there's lines every 10 yards, man.
He just had
There are football goals. There
Yeah,
are
he
field
knew.
goals at either line, either end of the field.
He knew that was football. He just said the wrong word.
No soccer. You could have
Okay.
said football either way, and it would have been both sports.
Yeah, right.
I could have said football. I don't know why I messed that one up.
So Pharaoh, for some reason, wanted somebody to draw Elton John as a rocket crab. Okay, that's funny. No, that's
Rocket
cute.
crab.
That's cute.
Oh, I guess those were his big glasses.
Right. Pianist with rocket crab on the brain. That's good. That's good.
Nutty pianist. That's pretty close. Definitely was not Prince, but thank you.
Purple.
Ah, this is how we ended up. I see.
Prince is a
See.
musician.
Yep. Right. So, yep. Okay. So
Yeah,
we
that's-
got,
that's
that is
pretty
how we
cool.
got to
He even got
Prince.
the special guitar in there and the little whatever that thing is, the ruffle.
Yep. Okay. So now we get to, yep, Prince. Prince the musician. And this is what I saw.
Oh, that's what the little thing,
I-
that bubble with the stuff.
I couldn't figure out about the bubble with the stuff.
Oh, it's the
so
pancakes. Who wants pancakes?
Hey, hold on.
that's kind of nice. That's I like that we stayed with a musician, and we got iconic musician. Good job.
Yeah, it
Good
ties
job.
into our Chappelle, Dave Chappelle mentioned earlier.
Yes. Okay, so I wanted somebody to draw Canada not letting Americans across the border because I basically always make mine whatever we were just talking about.
That's amazing. That is so good.
Yes!
It's
South
a dead
Park,
giveaway.
man, South Park has been like iconic in our, like I was watching that Gordon Ramsay show, and they brought on Brian Boitano, and everybody was like, "What would Brian Boitano do?" I mean, how many years later? I don't even know.
Yo,
a lot.
I never seen a man eat so many chicken wings.
All right, reality
Probably taking
denier.
after
Interesting. Okay, did not catch the Canadian there.
Thought it was peekaboo.
Peekaboo. which somehow ended up as this. I'm so glad Pharaoh didn't get that one.
Oh my god. Happy Mouse.
Happy Mouse. Very nice, Ring. Very, very nice. Very
Yes.
nice.
Feed the cat to make him happy.
Okay, that's clearly that's a happy mouse or possibly a happy cat. Feed the cat to make him happy. Yep. Okay.
Yo, can we like give Jinx a trophy now?
Yeah, right. Jinx is killing these.
Yes.
Hey,
Like, I don't care whatever else this was supposed to be. It's a cat celebrating a bowl of Cocoa Puffs, obviously.
Goddamn Rembrandt on this thing.
That is excellent. That is magnificent. Okay. So we started at Canada not letting Americans across the border, and we ended up with a cat celebrating a bowl of Cocoa Puffs, which is basically what we all have to be doing right now
Of
because we
course.
can't go anywhere.
Yes.
All right. Oh, I loved this one. Oh, this was yours, Wrench. Very nice. A Thanksgiving turkey getting revenge. So that was...
Yeah.
I thought it was a turkey double suicide.
Yeah. Can't tell which way that knife's gonna go.
It's true. I didn't... Yeah, I probably... Yeah, okay.
And I was,
see your
I was
point.
so certain that this was what it was because this is actually a thing where I come from.
Okay, all right. So that's
Yeah.
our turkey shoot. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
I want that to cross with the police fight that we had.
Yes,
well,
it does look like police fight. All right. So, somehow we got to chicken.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, basketball Av. That's cool. That's cool.
Chicken hunter.
So, yep.
Chicken looks like the hamburger helper mascot.
It's a very good chicken. I'm like,
it does.
What is
it's a
that?
rooster. It's a
You've
good
seen
rooster.
chickens represented by outlining your hand so many times.
Turkey helper. Or chicken helper.
but so now
It
we're
is a thing.
and now we're pointing at the hunter, so that's how we end up with chicken hunter.
Mhm.
Yes.
I feel really bad for Meta Beans' Hunter's shotgun. Like the bullets just kind of drip out.
It's like ploop, 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 ploop.
Hunter shoots
Dribble.
chicken.
I'm just gonna dribble these onto your back.
That should hurt.
All right.
That's gonna hurt.
It's not a. It's less of a gun. It's more of a bullet hose.
So the Thanksgiving turkey getting revenge ended up basically having a chicken shot in the back. That's rough, man. That's like poultry on poultry violence right there.
Well, at least the turkeys are doing all right, I guess.
That's foul.
Oh.
Wow.
That was really good. That's really. I hope Danjo's watching and saw that. Okay, so flu shot. I will admit I was confused by the hearts and also the like maniacal grin. So I went. Yep, I went with crazy in love with vaccines. And
I thought
Pharaoh,
was
who
like,
still doesn't know that
oh.
you can't use words in this game.
Yes, it's like what they call it.
Crazy in love. I thought this was
Dictionary.
Beyonce's Crazy in Love.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
but
you're
you
trying
still
to
can't,
do.
like, if the word you're given is crazy in love, you can't write crazy in love on your picture. That's
But it
not-
didn't give away what it was, because obviously.
That's probably because he assumed you
Right.
you would not be writing what the actual clue was.
Of course you wouldn't do that. So we have Charlie COVID. Oh, this is amazing!
It has to,
Yeah, Dolio.
Charlie Brown in lockdown.
Charlie Brown in lockdown.
Monkey.
Aww. and now we're two monkey in a zoo.
Oh, check out the next one though.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. What what did we think that was? Oh, pole dancing stripper. So we went
I
from
don't
a
know why
flu shot.
I don't know why she's got a tail and she's holding a banana. I'm
I
not
think
going to
that-
that trip.
I'm not sure that was a tail.
Yeah.
All
A
right.
banana, yeah, a banana in quotes is what that is.
Banana in quotes. Oh boy. Okay. All right, we did that.
He's
Yep.
a talented stripper.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, the last slice of sweet potato pie. That's nice. Oh, I see what happened here.
This
Okay.
was one of the ones where I. before.
I see. So
Before
Wrench
finishing.
thought that was dropping a bowling ball on a sweet potato.
How did you get that perfect ass bowling ball?
Right, that was
You
very
make
good.
a really big paintbrush,
Thank you. That's right. That is what I did.
and then you use a smaller one for the dots.
Yes.
That shit is perfect.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I copied it from the wonderful Gangstagrass t-shirt, which has a moon that in the initial Gangstagrass t-shirt looked like a bowling ball. And I was like, why is there a bowling ball on Maine? So the design got tweaked a little bit. But if you want that t-shirt, it is at the Wrench Audio store, which you can get to through gangstagrass.com. And there's going to be a bunch of Cyber Monday specials. So if you want
Check
a
it out,
shirt that
like-
has a moon that once looked like a bowling we got you.
For a second, I was like, I don't remember a Gangstagrass t-shirt with a sweet potato on it.
But we should do that. I mean, for sure.
I mean, I guess so. There's been a sweet potato next to the symbol for pie.
So Pharaoh thought that was bowling for ants, which Denius drew quite spectacularly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
That was
Ants,
very good.
ants in the alley. Very nice. Very nice guess.
I was like, this gotta be. I'm like, how is this a figure of speech? What is this?
No ants in the alley, bro. That's how it is.
Ant holes. Yep. Okay. Totally reasonable. Oh, very nice Rink. Yes. That's quite, yes.
Yeah, that's
Ant
exactly
tunnel.
what they. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
That's how.
Aw, so
That's how that one rolled out.
last slice of sweet potato pie ended up with an ant tunnel, which I guess like the
Oh.
last crumbs of sweet potato pie, that could certainly happen. Oh, this is good. What you're doing when the pandemic is over.
Yo, I am so glad.
Oh, they were masks.
Not babies. It looked like babies at first. It looked like they were throwing
It's like
babies.
throwing
Throwing a baby. And then they're like, we don't have a baby anymore.
We don't need for all these
Yo.
COVID babies.
But Jinx like totally got it.
Mhm.
Maskless
Right.
socializing, no more COVID. Good job.
That looks like aliens.
Celebrating getting to be
Right. Yep. So this
And then, of course,
again.
Pharaoh had to take it. See, the thing is that Pharaoh, what Pharaoh did is that when he saw, I don't know, I think when he saw the part about, when he saw the people in the crowd, he must have imagined that it meant what he was going to do when the pandemic was over.
Which is
Just
to
lick
lick
Everybody in the face.
lick everybody. That is definitely what most of the epidemiologists recommend, is that once it's over, just lick everybody. Just
Lick
Yeah,
go
lick-
around,
like all the cheeks.
keep that
That
tongue
way,
out and
that way
ready.
you can collect as many antibodies as you can.
Yeah, we're skipping hugs. We're going straight from full mask, 6 feet distances to lick
Jeez,
face.
All right.
Right.
We're going to the as whoever has the most germs prize.
Yes, and the double cheek kiss is so 2019. This is 2021 is all about the double cheek lick.
Your friends don't meet your end.
Unexpected dunk. That would be unexpected. Would be unexpected.
But
They look kind of happy about it though.
it's like,
It's like, oh, okay.
What you doing
the
with
happiest what the fuck ever.
Oh, okay. I do kind of love this. What you're doing when the
Unexpected
pandemic
dunk.
is over. Sticking out your tongue.
Yes, the truth comes out.
I love unexpected.
Gotta wait
dunk.
till the
Unexpected tongue. Yes. Okay, so picnic.
Brother.
Okay, I see what happened here. All right, so we started with a picnic. It's a very nice picnic blanket drawn by our son. Very nice. I mean, I'm not sure what's hanging on the wall, but still cool.
Ooh.
Gallagher's checkered past.
Like, what is? Yo, you're way too good at this.
Right? Another amazing drawing from Jake's up in here.
Mhm.
Spectacular. Truly spectacular.
Right. Obviously Gallagher.
Wrench,
Yeah.
right? Wrench thought that was Time's Up Gallagher. And I will admit I didn't have quite as solid a memory of what Gallagher looked like.
Mhm.
Okay. See, this is what happened.
Oh no! Hammer time! Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. See, I didn't quite. Yo, that's what it looked like to me. I'm sorry, I couldn't quite make it out.
Chucking your phone into it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tim
Although
just straight
it's
declined.
impressive how long we actually kept Gallagher going. That everybody.
Yeah, right.
up on that. Oh,
So,
I really wanted to.
The picnic had to be vertical so you could see that it was a picnic blanket. If it was just flat, you couldn't see the red and white of the picnic blanket and recognize automatically that it's a picnic blanket.
we're gonna have some perspective drawing classes
Yeah.
in the van.
Oh man.
so is this like an all Generation X game that knows Gallagher? Sorry,
right.
Gen Z people out there.
Aw, basketball, I wanted somebody to draw a dog.
Big no period.
Big dog. And Rink drew a lovely dog.
Yo, Tim was like, no.
No, you do not throw your phone into a watermelon that is on fire. No. Got a puppy with a bone. Okay. Aw, breakfast for Fido. Okay, I just want to really give kudos to Wrench for this drawing,
Here we
Yeah.
go.
That's
which is spectacular. And this is the Australian saying. Or maybe it's not Australian, but the only place I've heard it was in Australia, which is like making a dog's breakfast of something.
Hmm.
Like that's a real dog's breakfast.
Yeah.
So I really thought that we had done very well
Bacon and eggs.
And
there.
of course, if Pharaoh's doing it, there's gonna be words.
Right? That is also an excellent Brian. That is actually
Yeah.
like your Brian.
What?
Your
Look at
Brian
that.
is an excellent Brian.
Yeah, I kind of forgot how to
That's
draw him.
I swear to God, the next time we play, I'm just gonna draw something and then draw an arrow to it, and then use the phrase that I was supposed to draw.
Yes.
Just find it right there. This is what that is.
My
And I
breakfast.
guarantee you, the next person will be like, I'm not sure what this is.
What's it supposed to be?
It must be the Family Guy dog.
Breaking the rules.
It'll be like an arrow pointed to the word cat. It's supposed to be a cat. And he's like, I don't know, pick a cat?
Okay, so I love that somehow, and I'm not sure how this happened, we ended up with Brian smoking a cigarette.
Mhm.
So
Good.
got it as the Family Guy dog. Okay.
Well, yeah, I figured, okay, what is the distinguishing point about this dog? I was like, oh, he smokes a cigarette and he wears a red collar.
Okay, so somehow we ended up with watermelon in 2 drawings. It's also, by the way, the end of November. So cool.
We also ended up with sweet potato pie and two drawings.
True. So this is a watermelon.
No.
This might wait, was this the one where you accidentally hit send, hit done before? That might have been what happened.
Yeah.
Rink, I think, quite plausibly thought that was a scared bear. Yes.
Gingerbread boy first.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
okay.
Jake's is like on point with these drawings.
Totally.
Yeah, right? He's just killer. Flexing his ass while Shrek disapproves.
Which is what I got, and my apologies for not really showing that super well. But I've never seen Shrek.
Yeah. So I've been on TikTok lately, just checking things out. and apparently it's kind of restricting. It's trying to keep things PG or something. And so sex workers on TikTok that are like just like talking about their lives or whatever, they don't say sex worker, they say Shrek worker in order to get it through the filter. Like, how am I going to watch Shrek now?
Careful, kids. Careful, kids. All right, yeah, we will make a playlist of that.
Eggplant has gotten weird already. So.
Yeah.
Talking about having a delicious eggplant has definitely gotten weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I said that and you like laughed your way across the street. It really took me a minute to have any idea what you were talking about because it was legit the most delicious eggplant I'd ever had. That was real.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Wait, does that say no pants? Naked Shrek.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay. And Brian didn't even draw that one.
Interestingly, once again, I feel like Watermelon and Naked Shrek are not actually all that far apart from each other.
I guess if you were making a descriptor of a person.
And finally.
And Shrek might be red inside as Gina May. Gina May or Gina May?
Yes,
Gina
that's Jinx.
May.
That's Jinx.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
Jinx.
Another sweet potato reference.
Yes, so here we have sweet potato pie. Very nice drawing by Jim, which it kind of looks like Tim actually drew like sweet potato pie shorts. Kind of like a cross section of a person who's like sweet potato pie in the middle and like shorts a little bit.
Shorts, yeah. Okay. All right, I see that.
I'm actually seeing more like a muffin or a cake kind of thing.
Sure.
But you know it's hot.
Yes, that's right. All right. So Rink, very nice, very nice. Pumpkin pie and a slice. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Vox right away. Pumpkin pies. We're in the neighborhood. We're in the neighborhood. So here we have
I think Mita Beans might have hit
Uh.
done before finishing.
Yeah, Mom Incarnate says that she pressed done early.
that was the one. Sure, totally fair. Now here's what I don't understand. Wrench, who's this guy?
It's David F. Pumpkins.
That's right.
Yes.
David S. Pumpkins.
I don't know what that means.
I'm
Did you see
David.
that, the special they did?
Mm-hmm.
It was so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it was so stupid. I was like, I want to be laughing at this, but this is really fucking stupid. Oh,
and then
man.
they kept going with, and they gave him an entire special.
Yeah, dude,
What Randy's talking about.
that thing was so ridiculous.
Okay, you guys will have to show me
All that
that
drugs.
because obviously I did not know what
David
it
Pumpkins.
A lot of
was.
drugs were involved in that one.
And the best part about it is, it's fucking Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he just left his comedy bones somewhere for this particular skit. Everything else on that episode of Saturday Night Live was pretty funny, and the first like minute of it or so was kind of funny, and it just kept going on, and I was like, why? And then they gave him a special. I'm like, what the? It was
Because it blew up somehow. I'm with you. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, that was so funny, that one skit, and then somehow David S. Pumpkins is like the biggest meme of Halloween that year, and they were like, okay, everybody loves David S. Pumpkins.
It was like one of those things where it's like it's so bad it's good. It's
But it
kinda like
wasn't.
when-
It was
it's
like,
like,
why
like
is
for
there-
instance, it was like when Gritty came out. Everybody was horrified when Gritty first came out. Everybody in Philly was like, "What the hell is this?" And
Not
then
me. I was like, what is this
maybe
beautiful
90
madness?
minutes later, everybody in Philly was like, "Okay, Gritty is life."
Yeah.
Gritty became the city's official mascot.
Yep.
Well, Gritty is pretty excellent. I mean, you know. Okay, so I just thought that was. I didn't know what that was. Pharaoh, of course. Dope jacket.
Dope jacket pumpkin.
Cool pumpkin.
Hey, sweet potato pie, cool pumpkin.
Yeah, that's pretty. Again, fairly apt.
Yeah, I mean, because like one of the things we say in our community is that pumpkin pie tastes like sweet potato pie with low self-esteem. So
Yeah.
so to call a sweet potato pie a cool pumpkin is kind of apt.
All right. There it was. That was our Thanksgiving edition of Draw
I like
Phone.
Wow. That was the thing.
I will remember not to use words. Oops.
Yeah.
Eventually, they were just so hard that I was just like, I think words will help.
You're like the Count doing impressions of other Sesame Street characters. He's
How does
like,
the Count do that?
he's like, okay.
Yo, these emotes are crazy.
Like, I'm very good at impressions. Okay, watch this. Ernie, I'll do Ernie. Okay. Hello, I am Ernie.
I just, since it's now after Thanksgiving, we are officially in the Christmas season, so I thought I would bring back the Partridge in a Pear Tree. Yep. Which Sue's rightly thought was a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, now there's only 7 minutes left in Black Friday on the East Coast. I celebrated Black Friday today. I was black all day.
Yeah. You did the same thing?
Yes. I got up this morning. I was like, you know what today is?
That's why I have things for hanging out with us, man.
What I looked on Amazon. There was nothing on there. There's nothing on there for me.
Yeah, I didn't do any shopping. I'm like, why?
Exactly. Why?
Why?
I was
Like I could buy something to wear. I'm like, where am I going to wear it?
Hey, dog, you know how much stuff I bought in the last month?
Yo, Adidas.
And I'm like, I have nowhere to wear this.
I keep seeing these advertisements for on Adidas. Like Adidas keeps feeding me ads.
Yo, fuck Adidas. They keep feeding me shit. Me and you both, dude.
Yo, they keep showing me these dope ass sneaks, and I'm like, yo, I could cop these, but it's like, where am I gonna wear? Nobody's gonna see these.
Bro, I got 3 jackets in the last 2 weeks.
Yo, I've been seeing dope jackets. I'm like, where am I gonna wear this jacket? I could just cop this for like some amorphous time in the future when.
Exactly. In future time, this is gonna be yo.
Yes.
In the year 3000.
One day.
I love the fact that Conan O'Brien was still doing that bit and
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, he was still
Probably doing one
I
next
think
week.
he still does it on his podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead,
Makes
I
me
have
very
to
happy.
stop myself from just buying more instruments. Right?
True.
Oops. Quiet Horse 80 has to go bail somebody out of jail.
That's
Uh-oh.
what it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully they keep it low enough to where it's don't break the bank on you.
Yep.
Yep.
Mom incarnate dropping science.
Mm-hmm.
You should never give black people pumpkin pie without knowing
Coconut
what it
scented
is.
with mango flavor.
We cheer for you too, Quiet Horse 80, as
Yeah.
Wrench has often needed to
Well,
be
that
bailed
is the
out for
truth.
his
You gotta
activism.
warn me before you give
Which is
me
actually
pumpkin pie.
Molly D. And
Yeah, you hit me with pumpkin. You gotta warn a brother first.
Yeah, you gotta let me know.
so thanks everybody for playing with us tonight, hanging out, being cool. One last game for you to play. Find the elephant.
Man, I can't see it. Oh, I think I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't. That game wasn't easy.
It's a brain teaser.
It's a brain teaser.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, y'all. We should go.
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
Bye,
man.
everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow
We'll see you
at
tomorrow.
3
Y'all be cool.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Right
Thanks for hanging
here.
out with us.
Yeah.
Went long today, but y'all had me crying with the laughter. So
Mm-hmm.
Good night,
Good night, y'all.
everybody. See you
David and
tomorrow.
Pumpkins.
Bye.